Hello everybody, the new patch is live right now, 7.24, and it's time to review it. Let's see what's in it for us. It's not loading like that. Hello everybody. I think I just have to click it like that again. There we go. It works now. Alright, yes, I've been waiting for the patch for a while, and if you don't know, there's a streamer who's digging a hole until the patch releases, and it's been added for like more than like 6 hours, so I think 8 hours now. So that is crazy, by the way. Reviewing the new Dota 2 patch live. All right. Can post it like that, and yeah. Beginning shortly, guys. This should work. It's fine. All right, let's see. What do we have here? First of all, what I can see, and you can too. There's a shield or something, or there's a hook. Oh, it's an anchor. Strapping sniper, and there's something behind. What is that? Oh, that's the tiny from the default thing. Never mind. Okay. As in right now, immediately right. In fact, you can read the sentence specifically. In the wake of the last night's unprecedented, frankly, preposterous all-emoji patch note leak, we've decided to scrap our plans to release this coming Thursday and are shipping it today. As in right now, as in immediately. Okay, dude. Alright. We get it, man. We get it. No more delays. I was expecting it to be Thursday. Okay, they are doing it right now. It's already released. You're watching it right now. That is crazy. Okay, let's continue. In fact, as you read this sentence specifically, at exact moment you read this part of this sentence here, that I really like whoever's writing the patches. It's just really a breath of fresh air. I've never enjoyed reading patches as much as whoever is writing the patches recently. It's been great. It's a wonderful experience reading them. Anyways, if you missed yesterday's emoji leak, I did not miss it, but I was kind of halfway cringing, but it was also kind of exciting because you know, it is kind of creative to turn patch notes into emojis, and then letting the community figure it out and translate. And there's an actual Google Doc on the Reddit where you can see how people, the community, banded together, tried to decipher what it meant. It was crazy. Okay. Or are one of the few unfortunate people who've never seen the Emoji Movie and thus don't know what emojis are. Yeah. Unfortunately, we know what emojis are. You're welcome to dig into the full list of notes here. In addition to the gameplay changes, we have reworked the captain's mode so get ready for a new fresh flow for upcoming tournament drafts. Oh wow, that would be kind of interesting. As we mentioned in June, we've been working on some fun stuff to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Dota 2's official release. The good news is almost ready. The 10-year anniversary patch almost ready. The bad news is not quite ready today. Oh, that's unlucky. But keep your party hats ready and pitchforks at half-mast. We're looking to ship it soon, as in very soon, as in well soon. Okay, well, no, soon enough. Not today, I guess. Soon enough is good enough, I guess. Lastly, over the last few days, we've fixed a few additional gameplay issues not covered in the other patch notes. For completion's sake, we represent them here. Fix Beastmaster's wild axis providing vision of the center of the map. Fix another way to cause the Earth Spirit Stone Remnants crash. Fix Keeper of the Lights Illuminate damage being wrong when casting a second Illuminate while the first one is still traveling. Fix Saturn's Glaives of Wisdom not stealing temporary intelligence from Meepa clones or Arc Warden's Tempest Double. Fixed an issue where wards could move after spawning. What? They have never moved since the release of Dota. That is interesting. Fix Watchers showing as disabled still when they become capturable, if that occurs in Fog of War. Fix a number of particle effects issues including adding back missing feat effects for Terrorblade Arcana, Lena Immortal, Laguna Blade, and other stuff. That's good. So I guess we have to click on the link. Click on the link here. Let's see if there's any other way. Well, I don't think there is. What if I click here? Oh, that's an old patch. Like, I'm not going to translate this. Do I open Reddit, or maybe now it's like it should show? It's not showing. Do you have to click here? No. Oh, I see it now. All right, that's how it is. Now I can see it. Can you guys see it? Is the audio okay, by the way? Hold on. All right. Let's continue now. Guys, are you excited? I'm very excited for the patch. It's been a while. I've been waiting for a while, guys. Because I really enjoy playing Invoker, but recently it's been really stale for me. So I'm really hoping that there are some meaningful changes to Invoker. Personally, there must be heroes that you guys play that you would like to see changes of. And also, you guys... the heroes that you don't like to face, maybe you want changes on them as well. So there's a lot of changes. The patch is really huge. You can see how little it's moving when I'm moving it. Not as huge as 7.33, but it's still it's pretty big. All right, let's get into it, guys. General updates. Reword Captain's Mode draft order. All was 232 bans and then 221 picks. And new is 322. Aha! Very funny. 322, guys. Do you get the joke? Guys. Do you get the joke, guys? Hilarious. 322 bans and 412 bans and 131 both. I actually have no idea what it means. I guess I have to read this first pick and then second pick. Radiant Dire, Radiant ban, Dire ban, Radiant ban, Dire ban, Radiant. I guess that's what it means. They're kind of confusing, not gonna lie. Time per ban during the first phase ban decreased from 30 seconds to 15 seconds. I see. Very interesting. Okay, alternative cast abilities. Alternative cast abilities. That sounds pretty cool. See what they are about. Updated the UI for many abilities that were using autocast to enable different behaviors on an ability. Alternative cast abilities can be toggled in the same way as autocast, default to Alt, keybind, or right-clicking to adjust their cast behavior. Alternative cast abilities have a unique icon for different casting models. Holding the control key will allow you to cast a non-selected version of the ability without having to toggle it. The following abilities have been updated to use alternative casting: Darkseer Surge, Doom's Devourer, Elder Titan's Echo Storm, Hoodwink's Arc, Acorn Shot, Meepo's Poof, Mirana's Leap, Monkey King's Boundless Strike, Morphling's Morph, Razor Static's Link, and Seven's Stormhammer. Also Templar Assassin's Trap. Do you guys understand what that means? I read it, but I really don't clearly get it. What could it mean? Okay, hold on guys, just a moment. Right, added a new stat, slow resistance. Wow. I mean, normal resistance is okay, and the same thing as slow resistance and stun resistance, but now they have like separated it, I guess, for the betterment. Uh, but how is it better though? Status resistance no longer affects the impact of slows. Oh my god. So, wow. That is actually massive. That is actually pretty good because right now the stuns were nerfed severely, right? So once you have even more status resistance by Sanj or other like innate abilities or something like that, it would mean that there's no way to get a hold of some carry heroes, especially, or whatever heroes have the innate ability of status resistance. So about a half of existing slows in the game had both duration and impact reduced by status resistance. Yes, exactly my point. But now it affects only the duration of slows. Reduced by status, but now it affects only the duration of slows. Then what else did it affect? Status no longer impact of slows. Okay, impact of slows, not the duration. About half of the existing slows in the game had both duration and impact reduced by status. Oh wow, I did not know that. Which means if it was 10%, you would instead be reduced by 8% slow. If you have, for example, Sanj or something like that. That is interesting. Yeah, so the duration stays the same. Like if you slow someone for 2 seconds, they will be slowed for 2 seconds, but they would actually be slowed for the amount that is mentioned in the skill ability, regardless of whatever status resistance they have. However, the duration will be lowered. Now it affects only the duration of slows. So it would be like 1.8 seconds slow instead of 2 seconds. Something like that. Killing Roshan no longer grants control of any watchers on the map. Yeah, that is good because usually you're already in a bad place when that's happening. Enemies taking Roshan. And once they take Roshan, they also get all the watchers. So it just really puts you in a massive disadvantage and just makes things so much hard. Or the team that's trying to make a comeback or survive the Roshan. The team with the Roshan. Killing Roshan no longer, yeah, we've already gone through that. Main jungle watchers for both Radiant and Dire have been moved to different locations. Adjusted the position of the triangle watchers. Moved both outposts from the main jungle to the triangles. Mighty Mines buff in Mines area increased from 4 HP region per second to 7 HP. Yeah, that is a bit more meaningful. 4 HP was like half a tango or something like that. But now it's almost a tango, so it's nice. Added UI to support self-restoring items, for example, Hand of Midas and Holy Locket. Okay, interesting. Hello, Lori, 200 MMR, check Morphling. We're gonna go through all of the patch. You have to be patient, one by one. Alright. Item updates. Blood Grenade. Cost decreased from 65 to 50. Max inventory stack decreased from 3 to 2. Initial stock decreased from 3 to 2. So you can only have 2 in stock at a time. That is good because supports were really spamming that. But the cost of using it has been decreased. So that is good because 65 is a little bit more than 50, of course, especially for support heroes who already have low HP pool. Restock time increased from 120 seconds to 180 seconds. Wow, that's the same amount of time as a refresh orb, if I'm not mistaken, or was it 160 seconds? It's a long time though. That's pretty much it. A refresher shard now provides plus 20 damage and 6 mana regen and 12 health regen. So now it provides you some benefit before you use it as well. So it provides some use, some benefit when it's in your inventory. Of course, when it's in backpack, you will get none of the benefits. Smoke of Deceit. Disguise duration increased from 35 seconds to 45 seconds. While the caster is still disguised, any allies that comes within 300 range of them will also get the buff. While the caster is still disguised, any allies that comes within 300 range will also get the buff. Wow, each smoke can only be applied once to allies. Cannot be reapplied if smoke was broken. Wow, that is pretty interesting. So if you click on smoke and, for example, your invoker is still farming Midas in the jungle and you want to gank and you wish that invoker joins you, but you clicked on the smoke, if invoker walks near you in exact 300 range, he will get the smoke buff applied to him, which is pretty cool. Tango. Consuming nature profit sprout trees no longer grants healing. Oh wow, that is cool. Not bad. Because usually when you get like sprouted by nature profit, you would get healing like normal trees, and so it's like you trap an enemy but he just eats your sprout trees and get like tango healing as well. So now you have to just get a tree further away from the sprout. It's interesting. It's not huge, but it's interesting. That much I would say. Arcane Blink. Arcane Blink has been so bad, has been so terrible. They really need to make it somewhat playable, somewhat a good decision to buy, because right now most people are just buying the Strength Blink. The Green Blink isn't that great either. It's just alright. If you're playing like Troll or something like that, it's just alright. Okay. So let's see what change they have made to Arcane Blink to make it an actual item in Dota 2 worth buying. Arcane Blink now restores 200 health and 100 mana when used. Okay, that is interesting because Arcane Blink is like 7-second or 5-second cooldown, right? So you can, every time you use it, you get 200 health and 100 mana. So from point A to B, for example, if you're going from mid to bottom lane, you will recover full health or a big portion of your health and mana, because you will be spamming your Arcane Blink to reach there. And since it's low cooldown, you can use it more often. So that is interesting. Not bad. Alright, guys. I saw it. It's Arm of the Meridian. The omelet, we're hoping that it's better now. I hope it's better, guys. It's very important. So, if you don't know, guys, it's been dead. This item has been dead for a while. And yeah, I hope that it is now okay to buy. It is dead on every hero except Chaos Knight. So let's see. Unholy Strength now additionally grants 35% slow resistance. Are you kidding me? Man, that is just not good enough in my opinion. Would be nice like 1% HP regeneration or something like that, or gives like 10 more damage, a few more armor, or give some magic resist. Unholy Strength. So it's not going to give you any benefit just by you equipping it, by the way. It only gives you benefit when you activate it, when you activate the Unholy Strength, when you activate the active part of the item. Only then it gives you the benefit of 35% slow resistance. So for example, if you are facing what's a good example here? If you're facing a Crystal Maiden or a Bristleback as Chaos Knight, once you activate Armored Meridian, you will have 35% slow resistance. So the slow is a little bit less. And if you have Sanj and Yasha as well, Sanj will not affect the slow resistance, right? It won't give you more slow resistance, but the duration of the slow would be reduced. But you would have Yasha component of the Sanj and Yasha, right? So the Yasha would give you more movement speed. So you would be slowed for less, 35% slow, less, and then you would have more movement speed from the Yasha part of the Sanj and Yasha. So that just makes you faster. You won't be slowed as much. So I'm thinking, as I gave you example of Chaos Knight, you have Sanj and Yasha if you want to go for that. Usually you go for Manta, but if you wish to go for Sanj and Yasha and Armlet, you would be just slowed less. If you're facing heroes with a lot of slows, I think this is a good item to buy for sure. All right, Battle Fury. Let's think. What do we need Battle Fury? Like what buff do we need for Battle Fury? Do we need more damage? Does it provide a little bit attack speed? Because when I see this item, of course, a lot of heroes buy it, a lot of melee heroes buy it. But when I see this item, two heroes come into my mind. Number one is Anti-Mage, and the second is Juggernaut. Because recently the meta is to buy Battle Fury instead of Maelstrom. So damage bonus increased by +5. That is not that big. That is definitely not significant. The curl bonus damage against non-hero units for melee range heroes decrease. Alright, so they reduce the damage by 5 here and then increase here. So you deal 5 more damage to heroes basically, and towers and everything else that are not creeps, but against non-hero units, the curling damage has been reduced. So it's basically you deal a little bit more damage to heroes, but a lot less damage to creeps, which I guess perfectly balanced, as all things should be, you would say. Interesting. Then we have Chrysalis. The recipe cost decreased from 500 to 450. Total cost decreased from 1950 to 1900. That's fine. 50 gold less. Interesting. Total cost decreased by 50, let me guess. Yes, sir. Silver Edge recipe cost increase from 500 to 550. Total cost is unchanged. Interesting. Desolator, Soul Stealer, maximum damage bonus increased from 20 to 30. Soul Stealer maximum damage bonus increased from 20 to 30. So I think it means that you can have more stacks, I guess, or they would provide more stacks per stack. They would provide more damage per stack, I guess, or you can have more stacks. Either one of this is true. Yeah, because usually you used to have 20, right? 20 stacks, and it will give you additional damage based on each stack, plus 2 damage per stack, I guess. So now it's 30. That's a lot. That's a big increase actually. Desolator is good. Very nice. So the Fusel Blade, people have been buying a lot since it can be upgraded now as well. So I wonder if they are going to buff it or they are going to nerf it. What do you guys think? Will it be a buff or a nerf? I think it will be a nerf. Inhibit no longer roots creeps. Instead applies normal slow. But it used to root the creeps? I didn't know that. Interesting. Hello Kuya. I think the Midas rework is broken. I think I still have to get to that. Disperser. Suppress now affects all units in a 350 AoE around the target. Suppress no longer roots creeps, instead applies normal slow. $350 AoE. Okay, that's not too big. That is like if you're a melee hero, everyone around you, if you blink in and use this, everyone around you will be slowed. I think that is massive. That is pretty cool actually. All right, we're at Hands of Midas now. Let's see what we have in store for us. Transmute now has 2 charges. Initially come with 1 charge. Oh my god. Charge restore time is 100 seconds now though. That is very good because they reduce the experience that you can get from creeps as well. So which in turns means when you use Hands of Midas, you would just get a little bit less experience as you used to. And they've nerfed Hands of Midas so many times over the years. So this buff is I think a little too good. As you said, it is pretty good actually. All right, Harpoon has been pretty good. Harpoon has been pretty good. Let's see what we have here. I think it would be a nerf. Crawford now has 50 mana cost. That is nothing. That is absolutely meaningless. Heaven's Halberd. This term no longer pierces debuff immunity if applied beforehand. This term no longer pierces debuff immunity if applied beforehand. Okay, that is interesting. So if you guys don't know, or maybe you already know, that if somebody BKBs, right, if they use BKB, you cannot use Heaven's Halberd on them. It wouldn't work. But there's a big but here. If you use it ahead of them using the BKB, then they will be disarmed. So you just have to use it before they press BKB and they will be disarmed. But this changes that. Now, it doesn't matter if you use it beforehand, in the middle, it wouldn't work. If they use BKB, they will not be disarmed. So this item was the #1 item against heroes like Troll. But now it's a little bit challenging to deal with Troll, because if he presses BKB, he can just hit you like you don't even have this item. So you'd wait for his BKB to end and then you can use it. But by then, unless you're playing Dazzle or someone who can save him, the person who he goes on, Troll goes on, would probably die. Unless he has Aeon Disc or Aegis or things like that. Okay, Helm of Overlord. I think it needs a buff. They really nerfed it a lot. Okay, Dominate now increases neutral creep ability levels by 1. Okay, that's fair. I don't think that's too massive. But I guess if you're playing Beast or if you're playing, what's the name, Chen, maybe it's relevant to you then. Holy Locket. Refreshing the item now restores full charges of energy charge. Okay, so if you use Refresher, it will have full charges again, which it is interesting. I wonder if it would work on Tinker. I don't think it worked on Tinker, or maybe it did. And now since it restores the full charges, that is quite interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Restoring full charges, huh? Lincoln Sphere. I think it needs a buff. Transfer spell block from multiple sources now refreshes the buff instead of applying multiple instances and blocking multiple spells. Okay, that is a big nerf. So back in the day, you can just use multiple Lincoln Sphere charges on an ally that you think is a priority for the enemy. So for example, if you have a Magnus and you think enemy has a Rubik and he's going to steal Magnus RP or lift him up, you can just apply multiple Lincoln Sphere on him and have a higher chance that your Magnus will be able to do his thing without getting his spell stolen or lifted in the air and then dying. But now you cannot stack Lincoln Spheres on your Magnus or your ally. It would refresh the buff, which would mean that your thing would probably go on cooldown, and the Magnus or whoever your ally you're using it on will not get multiple buffs. That is interesting and kind of unlucky for Magnus enjoyers, I guess, or other people who you would think that needs that Lincoln Sphere. Maelstrom. Chain Lightning now deals 150% damage to illusions. Okay, that is pretty cool actually, because Maelstrom and Mjolnir since old Dota has been the go-to item against heroes with illusion, for example Phantom Lancer or Terrorblade. So, but it's not been that strong because the damage has been nerfed over the years again and again. And but now, especially if you're a range hero, having 150% damage to illusions is pretty crazy. You can clear out the illusions pretty easily by this. So that is a pretty cool change, I'm not gonna lie. So I think it would be 200% when it's Mjolnir instead of Maelstrom. We have to check. Chain lightning now deals, okay, it's the same thing. That, I mean, that itself is good enough. It's pretty good. Imagine if you have a sniper just hitting from the back to the chaos illusions or to the PL illusions. It's pretty cool. Now it's much more meaningful, and especially in Wind Ranger, that is crazy. It is crazy in Wind Ranger. All those lightning procs again and again by her ultimate, and then all of the illusions nearby are just dead. That is pretty cool. Okay, Monkey King bar, what do I think? I think there should be a little bit of buff. We have to check though. Recipe cost decrease from 675 to 600. A little bit cheaper, I guess. 75 gold cheaper. It's no 100 gold, but something. Good enough. Nullifier. Nullify no longer purges debuff immune targets. Nullifier no longer. Nullifiers nullify no longer purges debuff immune targets. What's a debuff immune target? Alright, that is crazy. I understand what it means. So what it means is, for example, there's a Wind Ranger. She's using her third ability, right? To run away. If you use Nullifier on her, because if you don't know, her wind walking ability is dispellable. You can dispel by Invoker's Tornado or Eul Scepter or a Nullifier. But now, if Wind Ranger uses BKB, it means that if you use Nullifier, she won't be affected by that. Which means that she can still be in the effect of her third ability, her Windwalk ability. That is interesting. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios, but I'm just thinking of Wind Ranger right now. So BKB is very good right now, and Nullifier and Halberd has been nerfed. Alright. Interesting. Now we have Overwhelming Blink. Let's see if there's a buff or nerf. I think there should be a nerf because everyone is buying it and enjoying it a lot. Because literally this is the only useful, somewhat useful, Blink Dagger upgrade, because the Arcane Blink is just so bad. It is really bad. It's really awful. So let's see if it's a buff or nerf. I think it would be a nerf. I personally would want the buff though, because I sometimes use Overwhelming Blink on my Invoker. Overwhelming Blink damage on impact decreased. Yep, 100 plus 150% of strength to 100 to 50% strength. That is really bad. Wow, 50%. Imagine 100% reduction in the damage. Can you believe that, by the way? Overwhelming now deals 100% strength as damage over the duration of the debuff. What? Over the duration of the debuff? So it's like the duration where you're slowed, it deals damage over time, but it doesn't suddenly deals damage. Suddenly deals that amount of damage. The sudden damage is 100 plus 50% of the strength, but the 100% of the strength damage is dealt over time. Okay, that is kind of better. That is kind of better against, I guess, heroes who can use Blink Dagger to run away. That is interesting because they would take damage over time, so they cannot use Blink Dagger. Well, unless they have BKB. Wow, the Radiance burns now deal 150% damage to illusions. Another great thing. Less burst, yes sir. Less burst, definitely. Alright, Revenant's Brooch. I think it needs a buff. Even though it is good, but it is still not being bought enough, I would say. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Appreciate it, Savagery. Alright, let's see. I think it needs a buff. Phantom Province no longer grants attack speed. Phantom Province now applies a minus 20% magic resistance debuff to enemies on attack that lasts 3 seconds. So it's like the Grove Bow, I guess, applied before the damage is dealt. So Phantom Province no longer deals no damage to debuff immune targets, but reduction by magic resistance still applies. So if you press BKB, there's like 80% magic resistance or whatever BKB provides now, but the rest of the damage will be dealt, and then minus 20% additional damage will be dealt. That is interesting. I guess Revenant's Brooch and Grove Bow are like a deadly combo to have in your inventory. That is interesting. Rod of Eros, I think it needs a buff. They nerfed it quite a bit because it was providing a lot of stats to the Universal Heroes. It is still a go-to item for Universal Heroes like Wind Ranger, so let's check it out. Recipe chain now requires a Staff of Wizardry, Vitality Booster, recipe, total cost from this to this. Okay, so it will be a nerf surely because it's so cheap now. No longer provides strength and agility bonuses. Okay, so it basically cuts the part that made it OP for the Universal Heroes, so no longer it's viable for Universal Heroes. Intelligence bonus decreased, now provides 300 health. That is very interesting. Now who would get Rod of Eros? I don't know. No longer provides strength and agility, and the intelligence bonus it has also been decreased. Yes, I know the price has decreased a little bit, but I wouldn't say that it makes up for it. I don't think it's good enough. I hope that the upgrade is better. Total cost decrease, no longer provides strength and agility bonus, now provide 350 health. Chain lightning things is part of the Maelstrom thing that deals more damage to illusions. Okay, it's no longer a good item for Universal Heroes. You heard it here, guys. It was support. Which support would buy Rod of Eros? Yes, Shadow Shaman can. He would use his Hex, and then he would hold, and then use Rod of Eros, I guess. Shiva's Guard, I think it needs a buff. Wow, all of these things, that is very interesting, and I like that actually. Shiva's Guard deals 150% damage to illusions. Radiance deals 150% damage to illusions. And Maelstrom deals 150% damage to illusions. So no longer the illusion heroes are like, if they get strong, like if they get, for example, Peel get heart or butterfly and things like that, and you're like, okay, the game is over because the illusions are just dealing so much damage. But now if you have one of these things, or if your team has multiple of these things, for example, if you have a Maelstrom carrier, for example, you have a sniper and you have a Bristleback with Radiance who's just diving in, you're dealing a lot of damage to the illusions, and that is pretty good. And also, for example, if that Bristleback also is carrying Shiva's Guard, that is very good actually. So it's a big nerf to illusions, I guess. RIP Illusion Heroes and Illusion Enjoyers. Okay, Skull Basher. I would like to see a buff because other stuns has been nerfed to the ground, so some kind of buff is really needed here. A little bit more damage, a little bit more stun, I guess. Okay, let me guess. I know the theme here. Guys, you have to subscribe if I'm right. Okay, 150% more damage to illusions. That is my guess. 150% more damage to illusions. Ah, sheesh. I'm wrong, guys. Okay, plus 5 damage increase. That's fine. That's good enough. If they're going to increase like 20 or 10 damage on the bash itself. Nah, that didn't happen. Plus 5 damage, huh? Okay, and if you buy this, then from 30 to 35. 25 to 30 and then 30 to 35. Okay, that's good enough. That's not bad. Alright, Soul Ring. Needs a buff. Soul Ring costs a lot, gives a little bit of mana, and it's just really expensive. They made it really expensive. The benefits are so less, costs a lot of health. Only good for heroes, for example, Chaos Knight or Legion Commander or Tinker. But because Tinker is just a crucial item to get, but for farming. But I don't really like how it's been neglected for quite some time now. So let's check it out. I would say buff. The buff that I think would be that it costs less health to use and gives more mana. But I think that they wouldn't do that, but we shall see. Okay, recipe cost decreased from 400 to 350, total cost decreased from 855 to 805, and sacrifice mana gain increased. Okay, that's fair. That is half of what I guessed. That is good enough. I will take that. Spirit Vessel. A recipe change now requires Urn of Shadows. I think it needs a buff. Now requires Urn of Shadows, Crown, and Recipe, and total costs. So this is the new item that Universal Support Heroes can get. Actually, this makes more sense too. Even though it's pretty good item to get as a Wind Ranger support, for example, position 4 Wind Ranger in the offlane, getting the other item, the Glyphiner. But it's just so annoying because it's just he's just transitioning into carry and it's just so annoying. So if you are a universal support, instead of that, you can go for Spirit Vessel. No longer provides health bonus. That's fine because you don't have the health bonus component. You would get health from this, the 2 crowns. It's more health than no health, and all attribute bonus increase from 2 to 12. Oh yeah, because of this, I for example, for a second I thought it would be crown, so like 8, and then it would be plus 12 more, so it would be like 20. No, it's total 12 stats. And the active component of a Spirit Vessel, of course, good against Bristleback or, you know, life-stealing heroes, Axe, whatever. Morphling. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Veil of Discord needs a buff. Now additionally deals 200 damage to all barriers. Okay, that is crazy good. That is crazy good. So, oh wow, that is just... Okay, let me tell you. So, if you're a support, you're position 4, and you're in Radiant, and you're going to the offlane, and you see that enemy position 5 Disruptor is going for the item that gives you shield. I forgot the name of that. So he continues to give shield and be annoying, and you can just use this Veil of Discord and deal 200 damage to all barriers. So you can use one spell and then use this and the barrier would be gone. So his item is nullified by just you using this. And also it would reduce their resistance to magic damage, which would mean that you would deal more magic damage and your ally. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good against, yeah, Pavis. It's pretty good against Pavis and other folks who give magical barriers, or all barriers actually. So for example, if you have a Crimson Guard barrier, that also counts as a barrier, or if you have a pipe barrier. So that is good. One way to deal with the barriers. We have already seen them giving us options to deal with illusions by increasing the damage dealt by Maelstrom, Radiance, and Shiva's Guard by 150% against illusions. And now we have Veil of Discord as well. Very good. Alright guys, let's take a few seconds. I'm gonna drink some water. You guys stay hydrated as well. And then we continue to neutral items. If you're enjoying, consider leaving a like and subscribe. I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, we're back. Let's continue where we started. Sorry, where we left off. Neutral item, boys. Let's see. I would like to see some buffs. Arcane Ring, replenish mana, cooldown increase from 45 seconds to 60. So I guess same as Arcane Boots? It's 60 seconds, right? I don't think it's 60 seconds, but that's a long cooldown, man. Duelist levels damage bonus increase from 10 to 12. Minor change. Pitted Brooch was pretty underwhelming. I hope it's buffed. Movement speed bonus decreased 20 to 15. Mana bonus increased from 125 to 150. Better for support. It was already meant for support, and but some heroes, others who lacked for mana, didn't mind having this either. Especially there were no other better options available, so I guess this is absolutely fine. I would like a little bit of buff here. Slow increase 12 to 6% to 16 to 8%. That is good. But now remember, they have slow resistance is a little bit different now. It's separate from other kind of debuffs, so that is something to consider, I guess. What else we have? Oh, Occult Bracelet, magic resistant bonus decrease from 10% to 5%. Yeah, 10% was pretty good when you consider how expensive the pipe is and how much resistance that provides. Pickful, all attributes decreased 6 to 5. Seed of Serenity, health regen bonus increase from 3 to 4. So that's the passive health regen you get from just having it in your inventory. That's fine. That's almost half a tango, kind of. Dragon Scale. Afterburn effect is no longer applied by illusions. Yeah, that was interesting. Many people didn't know that if you have a Dragon Scale and if you're an illusion hero, it works with your illusions. So for example, if you're anti-mage and you for some reason you just don't have any good other items to equip and you're dealing against physical damage, you decide to go for Dragon Scale. You could just use your Manta to push the waves and especially to hit the buildings with it, because the illusions will deal the Dragon Scale damage to the buildings. So you can really do some damage with this. Okay, Ring of Aquila needs a buff, definitely. They just ported it after removing it. They just brought it back and just ported it here, and it needs a buff. Mana regen decreased. Okay, they just decreased the mana regen a little bit more. Streamlined things, rounded it off to 1 instead of 1.25. Alright, interesting. A Specialist Array, all attribute bonus increased from 5 to 7. Yeah, that is good. Now it gives you more than a magic wand. That is fine, because it's a tier 3 item, right? So for that, plus 5 is just kind of weird, not good enough. I know the passive is pretty good, the passive which also has a cooldown, but having a little bit more stat is always good. Strength, magic resistance bonus, let me guess, decrease, right? Decrease from 10 to 8%. Okay, that is not as bad as 5%. It's still good enough. Then we have the robe, and it gives you 50 less mana now. Interesting. Enchanted Quiver, it needs a buff. It did buff earlier, so I'm not sure if it's a buff or nerf. I think it should be a buff. Yes, it is a buff, sir. Certain strike bonus magical damage increase from 225 to 250. Cool. Ogre Seal Totem. They did buff it, but it's still not good enough, so I hope it's good enough now. I assume it would be a buff. Let's see. Ogre Seal flop mana cost decreased from 75 to 25. That's pretty decent. That's pretty decent. For example, if you're facing anti-mage, every bit of mana counts. If you have 75 mana, then you could escape or, you know, gain some kind of advantage positional. But now, even you have a little bit of mana, as little as 25, you can use it. So that's pretty good. Titan Silver. Titan Silver has been pretty okay, but it felt like it didn't belong in this patch. I would say that it was not strong enough. So I'm hoping that it has been buffed a little. Crusader resist bonus decrease 12% to 10%. That is fine, but they should have increased the damage a little bit more. Okay, I guess they didn't. Vindicator's Axe, it was pretty good. I think they will nerf it. Now provides 20% slow resistance bonus. Okay, they buffed it again. That is pretty cool. So usually you buy this on heroes that buy Mask of Madness, because if you're silenced, you would get additional damage. You already get 30 attack speed, and then you get more damage as well if you're silenced. So you silence yourself by using Mask of Madness. Mask of Madness provides you great lifesteal and attack speed. So with that, you also get the bonus damage as well. But now it also provides you 20% passive resistance bonus. Like just having it equipped gives you a little bit more resistance to slows. That's pretty cool. The cap endurance now also grants 40% slow resistance. Interesting. I mean, it used to give you just all resistance, but now it gives you slow resistance separately because they have removed the slow component of the debuff separately. Now it's a separate thing entirely from the debuff, the other status effects. That is interesting. Havoc Hammer. Havoc now pulls in nearby enemies by 100 units in 0.2 instead of pushing them away by 250. So if you're like sniper and for some reason there's no other items for you to get and there are people who are jumping on you, having this was nice. You could use Havoc Hammer and then use your grenade ability of the shard as well after using Havoc Hammer, because they're slowed and then they're coming towards you, and then use it. Use the shard and then you just buy more time to hit them or run. So instead of that, now it's good for heroes that are actually strength based. I mean, it was always great for strength based, but now instead of pushing them away, you push them in. So if, for example, if you are a centaur, or if you're just any hero that likes to jump in, Havoc Hammer can do that thing. But remember, it's just 100 units by 100 units in, so you have to be close by 100 units, or like what's the range of Havoc Hammer? Havoc Hammer now pulls in nearby enemies by 100 units. It's by 100 units, but what is the range of catching, I wonder? How close the enemies have to be for you to pull them in 100 units towards you, I wonder. I think it's going to be under 350 anyways. I don't think it's going to be huge. Alright. Martyr's Blade. It was pretty weak. I think it needs a buff for sure. Now provides 5 health regen bonus. Yeah, any HP regen is good on heroes like, for example, Centaur using Martyr's Blade. And now the active only directs magical damage. Redirect amount increase from 20 to 25%, and duration increase from 8 to 10 seconds. Interesting. Right, Ninja Gear. Ninja Gear was pretty good. I guess they can add a little bit something more to it if that's a possibility, if that's any good. But we'll check it out. We shall see. Fixed not providing smokes bonus movement speed when activated. Agility bonus decrease actually by 5, and movement speed also decrease. Alright, because this was the only one of the standard good items you get. The stats were pretty good to get, especially on agility based heroes, for example sniper or troll or basically any agility carry, to be honest. Spell Prism needs a buff. All attributes bonus decrease 6 to 5, and mana regen also decrease from 4 to 2. Oh, that is so bad. That is so bad. Now the only reason you would pick it, I mean usually you only pick it because of the cooldown reduction, but now if you really need cooldown reduction, only then you pick this up. The other things that it provides is just even much worse now, because it was already worse. 6 and 4 is not good, not good enough at that point in the game when you do have this. All the spell cost more and you have to use it more often, so it's just good for a black hole, I guess. If you're playing Enigma, you can have that cooldown reduction and use that, I guess. Trickster's Cloak, evasion bonus decrease from 20% to 17%, and magic resistance bonus decrease from 20 to 70%. Interesting. Book of Shadows. Okay, late game neutral items as well. Why there's empty space in between, I wonder? Is it because of the tier of the items, or there are some changes that they just removed, I guess? Or they missed something? Or is this aesthetic, I guess? Book of Shadows. Shadows now only make targets untargetable by enemies of the caster. So that's pretty good, because if you use it on allies before, you cannot click on them, you cannot select them. It was like Dark Willow's second ability, if you're familiar with that. You just banish from the world for a few seconds. Nobody can, you know, click on you or select you. But now your allies can. So if you use this on an ally, first of all, you can use this on allies as well, right? So you use it on them, and then you can also force staff them or give them a Lincoln or something like that. You can actually help them out. That is cool. Before you couldn't. If you use it on them, you cannot select them. So you cannot use all of those, any of those items on them. Book of the Dead, strength bonus decreased from 30 to 25, intelligence bonus also decreased. I think because they're just afraid of the, you know, the universal heroes. They're just reducing the stats of all of the items that most people go for. Okay. Fallen Sky, strength bonus increased from 15 to 25. It used to give you 15 strength. That is the last tier item, and it used to give only 15 strength. That is just absurd. I never really focused on that component of the Fallen Sky, but that is just so bad. Alright, hero updates, guys. Get some snackies, drink some water, and let's get into the hero updates. If you're enjoying, guys, feel free to subscribe and leave a like. Let me know if the audio quality is good as well. Hero updates: Abaddon, Mist Coil, cooldown rescale from 5.5 seconds to 5 seconds now. 6.5 to 5 seconds. Damage and heal reskin from 110 to 260 to 90 to 300. A little bit more at level 4, a little bit less at the start. Alchemist. Okay, so I saw the blade thing. So there's some changes to the blade, right? What I would like to see of the blade, that it works via illusions. So if you buy Manta on Alchemist, it would work. It would give the stacks of the corrosive thing, the corrosive blades, the debuff on the enemy. Max stack decreased from 5 to 11, and it's now 4 to 10. But the movement slow and standard resistance reduction per stack is now increased by 1.5% whenever Alchemist is in chemical rage. So when you turn on ultimate, it would be 1.5% more per stack. So it's an ultimate buff, I guess. Do you show map? I will be probably playing the game after I'm done with the patch. I'm going to review the patch first. Ancient Apparition, Ice Vortex, duration decreased from 6 to 15 seconds to 6 to 12 seconds, and the vision radius also increased. So the duration decreased, the vision radius increased 200 to 200 to 260. And level 20 talent, 5% Ice Vortex slow, increased magic damage replaced with 4 seconds of Ice Vortex duration. Okay, that is fine. Anti-Mage. I think he needs a little bit of buffs. Agnum Shard upgrade rework. Previous effect removed. Now creates an illusion of anti-image next to an enemy caster upon reflecting their spell. Illusion deals 75% of the damage and takes 100% damage and has a duration of 4 seconds. Okay, it's a shard effect. And the Agnum effect used to create illusions. It does still, right? Or let's see. New ability granted. New ability granted by Agnum Shard creates a counter spell shell around the targeted ally within 600 range. This shell similarly creates an illusion of anti-image upon reflecting an enemy spell. Interesting. So what is a anti-image upon reflecting an enemy spell? Show in a lobby. Okay, let's check it out.
All magic flies before.
That does sound interesting. Because I'm curious which illusion it's gonna make. Is it going to create illusion of an ally or the enemy?
All right, get ready.
Okay, I need a shard, right? Oh, this works normally, right? Yeah, it works normally. So we're gonna give it scepter and shard. Okay, so what if you're in late game? How would that look like, I wonder? Yeah, this is good enough, I guess. So this guy's just far away and we use it. Okay, the illusion is not that strong. It's not as strong, I would say. It's just alright. But it is cool. Oh, I wanted to show you that how it works on an ally. Ah, my bad. Hold on. I didn't use it on an ally. I totally forgot about that.
All magic flies before.
Okay, ally and enemy. L max. Okay.
All right, get ready.
Okay, I cannot use it on... Oh, there's a separate thing. Alright, my bad, sorry. Okay, the illusion will be yours always. Okay, that's cool. That's interesting. Okay, how do I go back to the patch? Did it load from where I left off? We have to scroll back. We have to scroll back. I don't think we're gonna test more though. We can test later when we're playing the game, I guess. Unless there's something really cool. This was cool, not gonna lie. Arc Warden, Tempest version no longer provides a magical attack bonus. Okay, Tempest version now provides 20, 40, 60, 80 base bonus attack damage. Is now point target ability with 700 cast range that spawns a Tempest double in the point area. Cool. So now you cannot just click on it. You have to click and click on anywhere, actually. A point target ability cast range that spawns a Tempest double in the pointed area. You're welcome, Nasuke. So that is cool. So like if there's a sniper and he's just really far from you, as snipers usually are, and if you have a hex and you cannot hex the sniper because he's so far away from you, and the more he's hitting you, the more further away you're getting, you can use Tempest double 700 range away from you. Because sniper is not going to be more than 1400 range from you. So of course, once you use the Tempest double at the maximum range, you can use your Tempest double to use hex on the sniper. That's just a hypothetical scenario, of course. and then you can get close. You can get your real hero close to the sniper and then kill him. X him again. Cool. Talent health increase 200 to 50, but it's also cool because you can before you have a dagger or something like that, you can use it to catch, for example, a thinker who's hiding in the trees and using his spells. You can use Tempest Double in 700 range. It's generally a cool thing, actually. It's pretty good. Spawning your Tempest Double wherever you want in the 700 range. Okay, axe maybe a little bit of buff. Agility can decrease. Damage increased. A little bit more increase in the early phase, but the late damage is the same. Bane sap now fully pierces debuff immunity. Alright, I mean, it was pure damage. So now it's not reduced at all, I guess. Unless they changed it. Nightmare. Sleeping units now aren't awakened by any damage dealt by Bane. Now aren't awakened by any damage dealt by Bane. Wow. Bane now gains attack speed against sleeping units. Wow, so Maelstrom and Mask of Madness is the meta. For me, at least, if I'm gonna play Bane. That sounds really fun. You know what? I'm gonna try it, man. That's just so cool. I don't know what to tell you. We have to try it, guys. We have to try if the build that I'm thinking is actually gonna work or not.
You ready? Let's do it.
Okay, here's this guy. 2 hearts. And we go this. Misclick this one. And you have this. Where's this one? Okay, level 30, right? So later on you would have this. Maybe make a treads as well. Why not? Sleeping target. This is the nightmare, right? Alright, he cannot do anything, cannot press BKB or anything. Okay, so he had almost 5,000 HP. That is interesting. That is interesting. So what if you like make it a like full carry, right? You can go Silver Edge, but I would go for Daedalus instead. So you wouldn't have 2 hearts, but for the sake of experiment, we're going to give him 2 hearts. We're going to give him this. And let's give him this. Normally, what else you would have? A Basher, I guess. Abyssal. I mean, you would have Battle Fury and BKB, I guess. Okay, let's just do this. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Yep, okay, very cool. Can definitely do a lot with that. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Magic is an abomination.
I just have to click over here to do my thing. And then click here. Then we go all the way down to the bin. I can do this. This is slower actually. What? My god, what is going on? That is so scuffed. Let's do it again. Over here. Where's Bane? Oh no, I saw Invoker. What did they do to my boy? Are they gonna ruin him again? Okay, there's the ban. Alright, yeah. Cooldown reduction at level 10, 2 to 3 seconds, and damage heal increased. Cast point increased from 0 to 0.3, so it's not as instant. Still pretty fast. Open in Chrome is better, I guess. I heard that the Steam guys actually improved their browsing services or something like that with the recent update, but I guess still kind of scuffed. Because this page itself is scuffed, I think. In this resolution or whatever it is. Beastmaster Call of the Wild Hawk ability rework. Beastmaster summons a hawk that circles around him and dives onto an enemy within 500 range, dealing 60 to 150 damage and rooting them for 1 second. Hawk cannot be controlled, prioritize heroes, and is killed upon Beastmaster's death. Hawk has an attack interval of 4 seconds, but it scales with attack speed. Oh my god, that is crazy. So again, Mask of Madness on Beastmaster. That's what I think of. The more attack speed you have, the more faster the Hawk is going to attack as well. Hawk duration is 25 seconds. Hawk base health increased. Wow, and it is ability. It is not shard, it is not Aghanims. Aghanim shard no longer grants dive bomb ability. Aghanim shard now summons an additional Hawk. That is insane. Yes, I'm going alphabetically. Don't click the hero's name or avatar. Yes, I will not do that. Well, that is crazy, guys. Did you read that? Another Hawk. So you would have 2 Hawks attacking at the interval of 4 seconds, especially if you catch someone solo. If you catch an Invoker lacking, for example, you blink in, you use your ultimate, and you start hitting the shit out of him. Because not only you're going to hit, your Hawk is going to hit every 4 seconds, but that is the standard. Remember, you're going to increase that by how much attack speed you have. So for example, if you have Treads and Mask of Madness, I'm not going to mention anything else, but just these 2 things, the Hawk is going to go crazy, man. And it is shard, it is not Aghanims. It's not that expensive. Actually, you would have Aghanims too, and I wonder how that's going to work with, you know, you hitting the drums, the Hawk is attacking, the attack speed increasing. It's wild. Actually, wild Beastmaster we have here. This guy and Bane is going to ruin a lot of pubs. And look at this, I'm about to click the hero. I'm holding my urge too. Alright, let's scroll down. Bloodseeker. Thirst. Max health heal decreased. Nice. A little bit worse in lane, that is fine. 8 to 20%. Okay, so you have to bully him earlier, otherwise then it's going to be the same. Duration decreased from 10 to 12 seconds to 9 to 11 seconds. Not that bad, not that significant. Bounty Hunter Shadow Walk. Okay, I think he needs a nerf. It's pretty strong support at all ranks actually. So let's see. Shadow Walk Aghanim Shard upgrade moved to a separate sub ability. That is cool. We have sub abilities now. For example, Anti-Mage. Is Hawk destroyed on dive? Yes, definitely. No, there's no dive anymore. Do you mean the attack? No, it would attack and then it starts spinning again, and then every 4 seconds it would attack again. Confused, we haven't reached that point yet. Please don't spoil. We're at Bounty Hunter. We have a long way to go. I'm gonna try to speed things up a little bit. Bounty Hunter. Shadow Walk, Aghanim Shard upgrade move to separate sub ability. Friendly Shadow, new ability granted by Aghanim Shard, applies Shadow Walk and all of its bonuses to the targeted ally. Fade time is 1 second. Casting the ability does not break invisibility or interrupt the target. Casting this ability does not break invisibility or interrupt the target. That's pretty cool. So you can instantly give it to an ally. That is good. That's good. Brewmaster. I think Brewmaster is pretty strong, not gonna lie. But I guess it would be better. Thanks to JW25 for subscribing, appreciate it. Now we've reached our goal, so let's update our goal again. This will be today's goal. Alright. Brewmaster, I think he needs a buff, a little bit of buff. Base armor increased by 1. Cinder Brew. Dealing or receiving magic damage also extends Brewmaster's own brew up duration. Wow, dealing or receiving that magic damage, not just damage. Okay, it's not that good. But if you're laning against Zeus or something like that, that's pretty good. Drunken Brawler, Fire Sense now additionally grants 10 to 25 attack speed and bonus triples when brewed up. Wow. So triple, man. Like 50, 75. Crazy. Fire Sense crit chance decreased from 24% to 20%, and Primal Companion fixed an issue when Brilliance did not get increased health from level 20 talent. Interesting. Bristleback. I think Bristleback needs a little bit of buff, I guess. The Nasal Goo Aghanim Scepter upgrade removed. Wow. What? Aghanim Shard now also increased stack limit by 3. I thought it's a new ability, but no. Bristleback. The back of the bristleback. Oh, that's funny. That's amusing. Now upgradable by Aghanim Scepter allows Bristleback to be point targeted. What's Bristleback to be point targeted? Oh, not the Bristleback hero, but the Bristleback ability. Oh my god, what the hell is this naming, bro? Allow Bristlebacks to be point targeted, and this, not this ability, not the hero. Guys, are you following? Allows Bristleback, not this, to be point targeted. Bristleback turns his back toward the targeted direction, and after 0.5 seconds forcefully ejects 6 sequential quill sprays in a tight conical pattern out of his back at 0.35 second intervals. Bristleback is slowed down by 40% of the duration, disarmed, and cannot turn, but can still cast his spells in any direction. Okay, I guess we have to check this out as well. Hairball now applies 2 stacks of Nasal Goo as well, and only 1 stack of Quill Spray. Enemies in Fog of War are now hit by the goo as well. Oh, that is cool, man. That is cool. Projectiles are no longer affected by spell reflection. Interesting. Alright, I guess we have to try it. Where's Bristleback? We're chilling, guys. We're chilling. I hope you guys are not in a rush as well. 6 spray is crazy. It definitely is crazy. I mean, we have to see it in real life. I mean, in the game to check it. How crazy it actually is. But it does sound pretty wild. Alright, okay. Normally you're like that. You're slow. I mean, it's not fair because... Oh, stop! Don't kill him. Because he's not very tanky. He doesn't have a lot of armor, I mean. Maybe in this form. It's slow and boring. And then you have... Was it the shard upgrade or... Shard was this. And then once you have Aghanims, what happens then? Where's the Ags? Scepter, not Ags. Okay. Oh, like that. Yeah. Again, I thought it's the Bristleback himself, but it's the thing. Okay, we're running, and then we do this. And then what happens? Nothing? And then it goes on cooldown? It's not that good. Maybe once you have enough stacks and then you do it. So, let's see how many stacks we have. Where's the Ocarine Core? Can I get that, please? Ah, free spells. Why is this so hard? Oh, you can move as well? I thought you cannot move. Holy. I mean, it's okay. If someone's good, it would be like, I mean, if someone's good with a hero, of course they could do it much better. Hey, Adrian. I mean, there's few things that I caught, Adrian. One thing is that the Bane can be worked as a right clicker, which is interesting, and the Beastmaster as well. And while we're at testing, let's check Beastmaster again. I mean, we haven't checked him, but it sounded pretty cool. Let's see if he's actually cool.
Meet your master.
Enemy again. We're gonna bully Alchemist today, I guess. My apologies, Alchemist. You're the test subject. I mean, it's not the first time you're the test subject. You're literally, there's a mad scientist sitting on top of your head. Level max. So once you do that, you see the hog, it's just gonna follow you around, and it actually sounds and looks pretty cool. But not only it's gonna follow you around, but it's gonna attack every 4 seconds. So this doesn't look really big, but imagine if you're running or teleporting and then you get rooted. So imagine if I'm teleporting. Boom. Teleporting where, buddy? Wait, holy guys, I just had a crazy idea. Don't tell me it's gonna work. Because if it is, it's gonna be insane. Please don't tell me it's gonna work. What if I had refresher? What if I had refresher? So we have a hawk that's gonna attack right. But if we have shard, we have 2 hawks. So you have to click it again. Okay, we have 2 hawks. What the fuck? We have 3 hawks? Holy! Hi, I'm Alchemist. I'm trying to play Dota here. I guess I'm not going to be playing any Dota today. You damn birds. What is going on? Holy bros. That is insane. Okay, we gotta chill, man. We gotta chill. Let's be realistic though. So it increases the more attack speed you have, right? Actually, let's not be realistic. Let's go full crazy here. I can sell that. We have only shard right now. We don't have aghanim's or anything else. I'm gonna buy a refresh orb as well, right? So we're gonna spawn 2. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Look at that. And then you're gonna spam that shit. And then you're slow, you're rooted. I mean, the guy cannot even come close to me. That is crazy, man. Crazy shit. Very cool. Can you test vision on fog? Okay. I don't think it's the same hawk anymore, but we can try it out. I mean, it doesn't dive anymore. The previous dive. Okay, hawk's vision, right? So use it like that. It does give you vision, but it's very, I mean, it's okay. Like if I'm here, if there's anybody here, I will see it. Or if I'm trying to de-ward here, right? So I can just do that and then destroy. Actually, put sentry in downwards, and if it's a melee hero, he cannot de-ward, but I can, because melee hero would have to come down here. Put in the lower ground, the ward. Interesting, interesting. I guess Adrian could explain it better in their video. AoE skills can kill bird. Okay, let's try that out. Interesting, guys. If you have any ideas, just put it in the chat where we can check it out. Auto stun, yeah, auto root again and again. But if you're teleporting, the root will stop you from teleporting, so it is kind of a stun, I guess, but not really. Okay, let's try this. Shard.
All right, get ready.
Let's do free spells. Let's go crazy here. Oh my god. Alright, boys. Time to conquer the world. 3 wave and towers. Oh my. Holy. Is he gonna attack the tower? Ah, it doesn't attack. What is going? What is this? Is this Dota 2? That's Dota 69 for you, boys. Dota 420. Holy. Okay. AoE spell, right? So we're gonna make Alchemist again and just make him do this. Yes, AoE spells are taking, you know, the birds are taking damage from the AoE spell. Very cool, very interesting. Okay, this is actually much more exciting than the patch when they released the map 7.23. Actually, it's going to be a controversial take. I mean, the map part of the 7.23 was pretty cool, but the hero part here, 7.34, is just, I think it's much more cooler. So far, the changes they made a little bit too radical, if I say so myself, but I like that regardless of that. Right, anyways, where were we? Okay, we're at now 2. Wow, we're pretty far away. Brood Mother. Base armor decreased by 1. Base strength increased from 18 to 19. Agility gain increased from 2.4 to 2.6. The hunger is lifesteal from creep is now reduced by 40%, so you cannot lifesteal from creeps to sustain in the lane as efficiently as you used to. How much gold they give? I'm not gonna test that out, but it's not gonna be significant for sure. And they have 25-second cooldown or respawn time, something like that. I mean, you have to use it again to spawn them again. But the more attack speed you have, the more you're gonna hit, right? So, well, it's not that broken, because if it was 3-second interval, then giving any more attack speed would be too. What if you have Mask of Madness as well? I just have to try this, guys. Level max. Where is not needed.
Let's go.
Give him a bunch of hearts. What if you have this? What if you eat Aghanims too? Where's the Aghanims? Guard and Scepter. And you do that. I'm trying to run right now, but I cannot. What if you... And what if you hit? Oh, no, stop. Okay, this is not effective. Need a bloodstone, I guess. Where's my bloodstone at? Where's my bloodstone? There we are. And refresher as well. Activating the bloodstone. It's interesting. It is interesting, guys. A very interesting change. I mean, the good players can play it better, and then it would be interesting to see what happens. By the way, it's a universal hero, so some brave soul can definitely try to play it as a carry and core and try to make it work. It would be interesting to see the match, and the matches would be unexpected, which I like. Let's see, Void Spirit. I haven't gone to the Void Spirit yet. Let's try to go through it a bit quicker. Okay, Centaur Warrunner. Hoofed Storm radius decreased 350 to 325. It was already pretty small, now it's even smaller. Cast point improved. Oh my god. From 0.5 to 0 second, it's instant. You blink in and use it, it's instant. Now winds up for 0.5 second before the storm though. Okay, never mind. I thought that was insane. Just blink in and stun, blink in and stun. That could have been pretty good, but now it's just a wind up time. Can move during this time but cannot attack. Casting your ability using item or issuing either hold position or cancel current attack, current action commands will cancel the cast. Interesting. It's like, for example, you know, you're trying to use SK's ultimate, I guess. Have you tried Agnim's Bristleback? Yes, I have. You can seek back the stream. You can see it. I was doing that for a while. It was interesting. Workhorse, new ability granted by Aghanim Scepter. Workhorse, wow, interesting name. Double edge cooldown decrease for 3.5 second and strength damage increase as well. New ability deploys and pulls a card. That's the same one. Stampede buff. While active, the Workhorse ability is replaced with a Hitch a Ride sub ability that can be activated with previous effect. The Workhorse goes on cooldown once the card disappears. Okay, interesting. The sub ability concept is pretty nice because now it's not only about you but your allies as well. Interesting, very interesting. Because as anti-mage you can do that as well, so you can run anti-mage support as well if you'd like to, or even if you don't want to do that. But I mean, I know some people would still try it. They would try carry Bane. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm predicting your pubs right now. Gonna try carry Bane, carry Beastmaster, support anti-mage. Oh boy, my my matches are going to be destroyed. And then we have Centaur Warrunner. I mean, it's good support, I guess. There's a side support thing of the previous ability that was granted by Aghanim Scepter still remains here, but you have another ability that would help you, the new Aghanim ability. And the old Aghanim is sub ability now. Pretty cool, not bad. Chaos Knight, let's see what we have in store for us when it comes to Chaos Knight. Thank you for subscribing, appreciate it, guys. Latchman, appreciate it, man. Welcome. Chaos Knight, minimum stun increase from 1 second to 1.25 to 2 seconds. Okay, that's good. That's good. The 1.6 second stun was just like a bash, a range bash with a slow projectile as well that you can just blink out. So a little bit more stun duration is not that bad. Maximum damage also increased by a little. Creep damage multiplier increase 1.5 to 1.6. Okay, not that bad. Lifesteal also increased, so the damage from the crit and the lifesteal together goes hand in hand, and it's just a little bit better, I guess. Sure. Chen, it needs a buff, I guess. Chen 50 to 350 bonus attack range on the target. What? What? Now grants. Oh my. What? Now grants Chen. Ah, grants Chen. Okay, never mind. I thought it granted ally 50 to 350 bonus attack range. That would have been crazy. That would have been so crazy, because what I was thinking was Witch Doctor's ultimate. So if you use this spell, by the way, did I say it's patience? No, I hope I didn't say that. I actually don't know how to say this, by the way, but whatever the first ability of Shen is, it starts with the P and ends with the E. If you use on an enemy, the Death Ward used to get a lot of attack speed bonus, right? So I thought if you use it on an enemy, you also get more range now on that enemy. So that would have been crazy for Witch Doctor. That would have been insane on Witch Doctor, but of course it's good for Sniper as well and other heroes. Interesting. Aghanim Scepter cast range decreased from global to 1200 and can now be cast on enemies to damage them for the current value of Hand of God. Interesting. Clinks. It needs a, I wouldn't say above. They nerfed him quite a lot, but I still saw him. It still existed. So let's see if they buff him or nerf him now. I would say they would buff him a little. Aghanim Scepter now increases the number of hits to kill Burning Skeleton archers by 1. Okay, that's good. A little bit more tanky. Skeleton Walk cooldown increased from 18 seconds to 24 to 18 seconds. Burning Army. Spawn interval decreased. Distance between spawn skeletons decreased from 325 to 225. Cast range decrease. Good nerf, I guess. Unless you want them to focus a small target. Right? 1300 to 900, so they covered less area, but they're going to focus that attack on that small area. So, but Clinks usually have a lot of range, and I don't think then it's that relevant. It's kind of a nerf, I would say. Yeah. Cooldown reduction, talent from 3 seconds to 4. Tar bomb bonus attack damage decrease from 20 to 15. Death pact health increase from 200 to 250, and cooldown reduction increase from 7 seconds to 8 seconds. A lot of nerfs, I guess. Cooldown increase, damage decrease, nerfs. Clockwork. Clockwork is pretty strong, and if you guys haven't seen the video that Adrian recently made, you can check out Adrian's video on Clockwork. It's pretty good support, and let's see if they buff it more. I think they would nerf it. According to the video, Clockwork was pretty good, so I think they would nerf it. Rocket flare projectile vision range while traveling decrease 600 to 250. That's very small. That's quite small actually. You have to like stalk that rocket throughout the map or where it's traveling from to see what's going on. That's actually smaller than most heroes' attack range as melee, I think. 250 is very small. Overclocking now increases jetpack's movement speed bonus from 20 to 40%. Okay, a little bit more buff to the shard ability of Clockwork as well. So a nerf and a buff. That's fine. They balance each other out, I guess. Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden is pretty strong, but nobody actually plays in high rank. I haven't seen. But in low rank, I've seen it all the time, and it's pretty good. I would like to see a little bit of buff. Aghanim Scepter now allows Crystal Maiden to move, attack, and cast spell during physic field in addition to the previous effects. So Scepter time to Frostbite also increased from 1.7 to Scepter time to Frostbite increased to 2.5 seconds. Crystal Clone. She's actually gonna build a snowman? A Crystal Clone. Sounds cool. New ability granted by Aghanim's Shard. Crystal Maiden slides backward 275 units, creating a crystal clone of herself in her place. Whenever the clone times out after 5 seconds, or is destroyed, the current level of Frostbite is applied on all enemies within 300 radius. What? Felt like XQC right there. The clone is untargetable, but can be damaged with AoE effects. Clone health 150. Wow, that is insane, by the way. You know what I thought? I thought about Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend using this just raises, and then you just blink in and use your crystal clone. And Shadow Fiend is not alone, he is with his allies, and allies are nearby. I mean, it's a pretty specific situation, but hear me out. So He damages the crystal clone, right? And crystal clone is destroyed. So everyone around him is frozen solid. And then CM just pops BKB and uses ultimate, and his teammates also come, and then enemy just dies. It's pretty cool, right? It's good to have good imagination. Alright, let's continue. Dark Seer. Vacuum radius from 400 to 500 to 325 to 550. So a little bit smaller radius at the earlier stages, but it goes back to the maximum as it was. Surge, mana cost increased. Interesting. Normal punch distance for max power increased. You have to walk a little bit more to have the distance that you want to have to dish out maximum power. Interesting. Mana cost also increased. That is just it's just too much, but Soul Ring is better, so I guess it is still manageable. Dark Willow Bedlam is now a 900 range ally targeted ability. My god. Okay, because it was pretty nerfed. Try CM. Alright, I'll try it. Let's go through Dark Willow first. It's now 900 range ally targeted ability. Okay, I've noticed a theme here. They have made it so that you can use the abilities on allies as well, which they call sub-abilities. So I'm not sure if we can consider this as a sub-ability as well. But we cannot, because it is not a separate ability. It is the same ability, but it can be cast on ally. So that is why they didn't say it's a sub-ability. But for Anti-Mate and Santhar, they've made it a sub-ability. If cast on ally, Jax travels to the ally at 1800 speed and spins around them for the duration of the effect. That is cool. Try CM, Crystal Maiden. You can try CM and the other thing too. I haven't gone to Tide yet. I'm going through alphabetical order. So I'm still far away from checking out everything. Okay, level max, enemy. If you have a shard. But it's untargetable though. And you root it. Shard and Scepter. Cook this up. Will you be rooted? No, you're not rooted because you're not in the range. You have to be in the range as well. Okay, interesting. So let's do it how it would actually be done in a game. He's charging his thing. I'm running. He comes in, throws, and I use that. Is he rooted? Oh, he's still not rooted.
It's not time yet.
I guess I have to be facing him. So when he's about to jump, I have to face him. So I'm running, he's running. But then when he's here, and then I'm rooted. But I'm stunned as well from him. Yeah, but he cannot come and kill me unless he pops BKB for a support. So interesting. And the root is much longer. Beautiful. And the root is much longer. It's 2.5 seconds now. 2.5 second root is pretty insane. Oh, there's an update? I guess we go through the patch. Oh, I accidentally started to find game. My bad. I was like, I'm not on stream. I'm just going to find game. We can actually check other hero as well. What's the Dark Willow? Let's see what Dark Willow does. Come on, let's see what Dark Willow does.
Let's have some fun, shall we?
Enemy. An ally. Level max. Shard.
Get ready.
Boom, boom, boom. But how fast is it and what's the range? Max, level max. Refresh. What if I ever refresh her? Is it even worth? Let's see. Let's check it out.
Refresher orb. Dex this one shouldn't make my friend angry.
Okay, you cannot, but I did use it twice.
Alright, Dex. Go have some
Okay, you cannot use it if there's already one. Ah, interesting. I didn't know that.
fun. What do you think? I have a surprise for you.
But you can do that like this. You cannot use on the same person twice, but you can use it on yourself and on an ally. Interesting. Cool, cool, very cool, very cool.
Let's have some wine, shall
Interesting, guys, interesting. Let's continue. But you can have two Jacks, JW as a showcase. One on ally, one on yourself. That can work. But it cannot work on the same person twice. That's the thing. Right, let's scroll to... Where were we? Yep, here. I misclicked again. Is there a shortcut to go back? Oh yeah, we're here. Nice. I better not touch anything. Okay, we're here. Dawnbreaker, guys. Dawnbreaker. I would like to see some buffs there. Let's see if there are any buffs. Base armor increased by 1. Starbreaker cast point improved from 0.2 to 0.1 second. That's pretty good. Aghanim Shard no longer improves the cast point. Okay. But you have it without Aghanim Shard, the better cast point. So that is just nice in general. Stun up pierces debuff immunity. Wow. So it's a BKB piercing stun now. Excellent. Good buffs. Slow speed hammer slow increase from 14% to 15. And Starbreaker swipe damage increase from 18 to plus 20. That's okay. Nothing too special, I would say. Then we have Dazzle. I think Dazzle need a little bit nerf. Mana cost decrease. Okay, that's a buff. Mana cost decrease buff. Can now bounce between allies and enemies regardless of who it is cast on. Aghanim Scepter. Oh, if you have Aghanim Scepter. I thought without Aghanim Scepter, that's so crazy though. Okay. Bad Juju. Instance of health costs increase now stack independently of each other. Health cost increased, duration decreased. Interesting. Cool. Alright, let's see what else do we have. Death Prophet, base movement speed increase from 285 to 219, spirit damage increase from 5964 to 6067, and 25% spirit siphon movement speed slow replaced with Crypt Storm applies 50% slow for 1 second. Okay. That is pretty good. That is good for the Death Prophet enjoyers, I guess. Disruptor. I like to play Disruptor. I hope they don't ruin it for me. I really hope it's still playable for me. The Thunder Strike. If the target is trapped inside the kinetic field, Thunder Strike now hits all other enemies inside the field. Okay, that is cool, but I mean, what does it actually mean? Because if you use it on one guy and if enemies are nearby, they already take damage. I think I should try this. Okay. Disruptor. That is interesting. Because it already deals AoE damage once it strikes an enemy. It strikes all the other enemies nearby as well. So if everyone is getting affected by it, then that's a lot of damage, as the meme says. So level max it out. See, if you do this, it already deals AoE damage to all the heroes nearby. So what if I do this? And then do that? Now, do I need shard for that? Yeah, I need shard for that. Okay, let's try this out. I don't understand.
First blood.
Okay. First, hurry up!
I put 60 numbers into a calculator and spells rampage upside down.
Skill 1 with ulti.
Stones are shaken.
I think it's a kinetic field, not static storm. A kinetic field is a third ability, not the ultimate. The ultimate is static storm. Cool. It doesn't apply it on everyone because that would be insane damage. But it hits everyone regardless if they're close enough to each other or not. That's what it is. Alright, let's move on to Doom now. Okay, let's see. Scorched Earth. Now upgradable by Aglim Shard. Heals Doom and control units for 60% of the damage values. Interesting. Oh, my bad. Okay, heals Doom and control units. I thought allies as well. It's control units. Interesting. 60% of the damage value. Permanent Blade Agnim Shard upgrade removed. Stun duration increased from 0.5 to 0.6 seconds. Doom no longer applies mute. What? Now makes the target unable to be healed. Damage per second increased from 30 to 60 and to 30 to 70, and cooldown decreased. It's not that severe. Mute or means silent to use skills and items, right? Yes. I think mute means to not be able to use any items, not skills. Because Doom already silences you and then mutes you as well. Let's see. 20 talent is minus 35-second Doom cooldown, which is replaced now with the Shard one, 1.8% Infernal Blade damage. Well, it's not Shard anyways. Or maybe it was, never mind. Double 25 talent, 2.1% Infernal damage replaced with Doom applies mute. So in the end you would have this too, but this is just now a level 25 thing. Interesting. So you can still use BKB, I guess. Is that what it means? You can still use BKB, but now you won't be able to get healed. So if you Doom a troll, he won't be able to lifesteal, right? I think that's what it means. Because lifesteal is also considered as healing, right? Because you're regaining HP. Very interesting. But I'm not sure. Dragonite. Dragon Tail. Caster enduring dragon form increased from 400 to 450. By the way, it's like A's ultimate. You cannot heal anyone. But I'm not sure about the lifesteal thing. I'm unsure about that. Maybe someone can try and check it out and let me know. Dragonite. Cast range during dragon form increased 400 to 450. Okay, not that massive, but it's better. Elder Dragon form, bonus movement speed increase from 25 to 35 to 30 to 45, and corrosive breath damage per second increase also 20 to 30 to 25 to 35. Level 20 talent, breathe fire damage cast rate in dragon form also increased from 75 to 85%, and that is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Drow Ranger, Glacier. I mean, Glacier is a cool ability already. So I wonder if they've upgraded. While in Glacier, marksmanship now isn't disabled by enemies in the proximity. Okay, that is just insanely good. So if there's a troll or juggernaut or someone who's just on top of your face, if you use Glacier, it doesn't matter if any melee hero is just right on top of you. You will still be able to dish out the full damage and your ultimate will still work if you use Glacier. So that is pretty cool. That is already pretty good, but there's another line as well. Let's read it. Drow Ranger can now freely walk off the glacier over the barrier. So through the barrier, enemies cannot, or allies cannot, both cannot go on top of it. They have to go down from and go up from the other side. Mute mean you can't use level and items. Yes, you cannot use item. That's what mute means. Glacier. While on Glacier, marksman, yeah, we're already going through that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good now. Drow is pretty good now. She was already pretty good, but now she's really good. Multi-shot waves decrease from 3 to 1. The talent no longer increases the total channel time, making all waves faster. What? Multi-shot waves decrease from 3 to 1. This talent no longer increases the total channel time. Yo, what does that mean? I'm a little confused. I have to try it. But it sounds pretty cool. Test Doom's ultimate? Okay, let's test that first. Let's test the Doom ultimate first, shall we? Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Appreciate it. We're getting close to our goal. 540 subscribers. We can already I've already loaded up Drow, so let's try her.
Alright, get ready.
So let's give him these items. Let's max this out. So we're hitting. But I have all butterflies. See, now my ultimate is not working right now. My ultimate is not working, but if I have shard, he's already dead.
First blood.
No matter how close he is, it's irrelevant. Okay, that is so insignificant. What? Okay, let's give him realistic HP though. Okay, this is much realistic. We have so much damage, but it's not good enough, I guess. Maybe I have not done that. We get Scepter as well. I wouldn't say it's good enough. With that, we have more range, so... What? Wait, what was that? It automatically get cancelled? Wait, what is that bug? Guys, what is going on? Hey, be cool. I thought 7.34 update is a huge update where we have new event, etc. I think the event and the celebration of the 10 years will come later, soon, but not now. So it can be in a month maybe. It won't be as soon as today though, so today's patch is completed right now. Spec use nerf. I haven't read spec, but do you mean by Draw Ranger's ability to glacier? Yes, yes. But I'm not sure what's happening. I think there's a lot of bugs right now, so we've figured out one bug, and there's an update available that I haven't updated Dota right now, so. But sometimes it automatically stops. Why does it stop? Do you see it stops when I use Glacier? When I use Glacier, it doesn't work. It stops. +1 multi-shot wave, right? So why, when I'm doing it normally, it's happening, right? But when I do it like this, it only shoots once. That is very odd. I'm pretty sure that's a bug and it needs to be fixed. Right, let's continue.
Arrow,
Disruptor.
find your target.
What else did we want to do? Did we want to see Doom? Let's check out Doom as well. Okay, let's see, guys. What Doom has its tropes. Okay, here's enemy. Actually, I need to make Doom enemy to be able to see properly. Enemy Doom. And level max. Okay. It already silences you, right? But now you can use stuff, so you should be able to use BKB. Interesting.
I'm not ready.
Wait. So if you have BKB, you shouldn't be silenced. You're still silenced. Ah, because he's level 25, but I didn't take the talent. Oh, the break or the mute. That's interesting. But I haven't taken either then. Oh yes, you can use items. Mute is the items, by the way, guys. Sorry, my bad. But now but I was silenced already. Yeah, I'm muted now though. Did I take the mute? I did not take it. And how come I'm able to use it then? Oh, I guess I have to doom again. My bad, guys. Hold on. Okay, if I doom now, it should work. Wait, why can I still use it? Is it because I'm so confused right now. I should be muted, then I'm able to use items. I'm a little confused. Does it prevent healing if you're on BKB?
To paint the battlefield red.
Guess we can try it. Teleport, use TP. Okay. How would that help?
The seven hells hunger.
Enemy level max. Okay, refresh. I'm teleporting and use ulti. Oh, interesting. Okay, we already know that break is disabling the passives, by the way. Like if you use Silver Edge on Anti-Mage, Anti-Mage won't be able to hit you with his passive, the first ability. Or Slug won't be able to use his Charter spell. Stuff like that. Alright. The new icon looks pretty cool, actually. New icon looks cool. So if I had a teleport... I mean, it's still working, man. Still working, it's not stopping the teleport at all. So the healing, yeah, you're getting no heal, by the way. Because it is also Doom Hero, maybe that's why. You're broken, not... No, the Dusan, you have a talent that allows you to mute people. Try mute other hero, not Doom. Okay. Let's go Crystal Maiden. No, let's go Juggernaut, actually. Juggernaut. Ally. Level max. Alright. You see over here, the level 25 talent is Flying Break or Muting. So, okay. I'm spinning. And I'm doomed. Okay, what if I have... I mean, easy way to check is just by heart, man. No healing. 180 healing right now. I hit him, I say 180, right? But now no more healing. No more healing now. Otherwise the damage is so small that it would instantly heal up, but no healing. Other way to test is that if we have a healing ward, we would have insane healing. 600 healing, right? But if I'm doomed, no more healing, boys. It's like ancient apparition. But I won't be able to crit as well because I'm muted as well. Because I took the talent of the... Sorry, break. But one more thing is because it mutes him, so it means that heart would not work anyways, I think. I should be able to use BKB or Mantha. Let's see. I shouldn't be able to use it. If I'm able to use it, then I mean it's bugged, I guess. Refresh. What? That is crazy, man. I'm still able to use it. How can you use it when once you're doomed? With the mute. I guess these are bugs and they will be cleared up. See? I can still use Mantha, still use BKB, but the BKB will not help me with that. BKB will not remove the silence, that's the thing. Can I use Blink as well? You cannot use Blink because you're taking damage, of course. I should have known. You're taking damage, that's why it's getting disabled. Otherwise, you'd be able to use any other item. For example, this one. So you get LT'd, BKB'd, you use Shivas, all of that. You can use Eels as well. Eel Scepter. Yep. Interesting, very interesting. You don't heal, even if you BKB, you don't heal. Yeah, there's a lot of bugs that will be fixed. You know what, guys? Let me restart Dota because there's a lot of bugs that would be fixed. Otherwise, when we're demoing, it doesn't help. Is it trash or good? I mean, it's trash to be Doom, I guess, because you're Earlier you wouldn't be able to press any buttons, but now you can use buttons when it comes to using items. All right, let me restart. Let me update it so we can demonstrate what actual changes have been made, the bugs that have been spotted and fixed so far. Be right back, guys. What is slow resistance? Can you show me? Slow resistance, basically they remove the status resistance part from slow. So slow is different from other status resistance, right? So slow resistance means it won't slow you longer. Yes. Slow resistance means that the duration of the slows will be reduced, as opposed to the effect of the slow as well. Because back in the day, I mean before this patch, the slow percentage would be reduced as well. So if you have, for example, a Sanj and you're slowed by 10%, instead of 10%, you'll be slowed for 8%. It's like that. The anti-heal makes it good. Yes, it actually makes it a very good spell against heroes like Lifestealer, Troll, Alchemist, however you like to pronounce that. It's pretty good against the Doom. So if you see someone picking Alchemist, someone picking Lifestealer, it's pretty good to pick this. Or even Slark and Ursa. Doom is pretty good against these heroes now, even better than he used to be. But they actually dissected him and just made him in parts. Now, once you're level 25, you reach to the potential that you had before. For example, CM first skill has duration of slow. If you have slow resistance, the duration won't be longer, depends on the slow resistance percentage. How about pseudo random? Pseudo random what? Okay, let's see. Where were we? Yeah, the sniper picture is so funny. One of the better ones in the recent times. Very funny. Okay. Bro, I'm very concerned about Invoker because I'm an Invoker enjoyer, and I have been kind of disappointed for a while where Invoker was at. They literally destroyed Invoker by taking the 80% meteor strike damage. That was pretty sad for a while. And they tried to make up for it with a little small buffs, but they still didn't amount to anything in real games. It wasn't good enough. And then they created a very weak version of the current the Vex pull, the Vex Blast pull, right? EMP pull. But then they buffed that to make it good. Now that is good, but overall it's still not that good. But hopefully we have some good changes. We shall see though. Okay, Doom is cool. Dragonite, we've already gone through that. Drow Ranger, we've gone through. Earth Spirit, creep damage multiplier increase from 1.25 to 1.4. Rolling Boulder now makes Earth Spirit completely untargetable and invulnerable while rolling. Okay, that is very insane. The hero is still vulnerable during the delay after cast. So you can get stunned while you're in the delay of casting, right? But once you're in the boulder form, you cannot be targeted, or you're invulnerable. You can, no, it's completely untargetable. So it's like, the better example would be becoming untargetable like Willow Dark Willow becomes untargetable when she uses a second ability, right? So similarly, this guy becomes untargetable when he's rolling, like Sonic. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. I like that. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Appreciate it. Okay, that is pretty big change, man. That's people are going to rejoice that. For example, if you're using some kind of burst like Lion using ultimate, or even Shadow Fiend using his ultimate, if in the right moment you use your boulder and you become a stone, yes, like Snowball of Dust, something like that. That is very cool. Talent spell amplification increased 8 to 10%. Magnetized damage duration also increased. Pretty cool, pretty strong now. Earth Spirit is pretty strong. And usually Earth Spirit is played by, you know, higher skill players in higher ranks, so it would be very interesting to see this in action. Earthshaker, enchant totem, bonus attack range increase 75 to 100. That's a lot. That's pretty massive. Aftershock, radius increase from 300 to 350. That's also pretty big. Cool. It's just a little bit of changes that just makes it even better. Alright, Elder Titan, Echo Stomp. Radius decreased from 500 to 475. Meh. Not as significant. Ember Spirit, oh, there's a lot of changes, and it's one of the heroes that's played a lot, so let's see what we have in store for us. Flame Guard, radius increased from 400 to 450. That's pretty good. Fire Remnant, cast point increased from 0.1 to 0.2 second. So you're able to catch him a little bit earlier. But is it the Fire Remnant using the Fire Remnant, like sending the Fire Remnant, or going to the Fire Remnant where you've already placed the Fire Remnant? Interesting. No, I think that is called something else. Going to the Fire Remnant is called something else. It's actually throwing the Fire Remnant, basically, not moving, not you yourself displacing. Agnim Shard burn radius decrease 600 to 450. Agnim Shard burn now only starts dealing damage once the Remnant stop moving. Interesting. So you cannot disable Blink Daggers basically by using your Remnant. It will start dishing out damage once it reaches the position where you decided for it to go. Active Fire Remnant, yeah, this one I was talking about. Cast point increased of that as well. Okay, that's good. That's fair. Nothing too severe. Nothing too severe. Enchantress, base damage decreased by 2. Enchant now. Aghanim Scepter increases the number of max enchanted creeps by 1. The previous Aghanim Shard upgrade. Okay. Untouchable attack slow decreased from 130 200 to 100 200. A little bit less in the early phase, but not very noticeable, I would say. I think the little friends thing, I never understood this one, because I don't play Enchantress, and the allies that I get don't play Enchantress too, so I didn't get to see this one in action, but let's see. I think it needs a buff. Now granted by Aghanim Scepter, now also roots the target in place for 2 seconds, plus 0.5 seconds for each creep in range when casted, up to a maximum of 5 seconds. Okay, I thought the stuns were dead. What is this? What is this behavior, Wolf? What is this, Wolf? Volvo, what is this, man? Now you can root up to 5 seconds? That's some good as shit, man. Good as shit. Sproing now granted by Aghanim Shard. Oh my. Just you have Shard and you can be pretty strong right clicker now. Because you don't have to buy 4200 gold item, just 1400 gold item, and even that you don't have to buy if your ally can take the Tormentor and get the free shard to you, or you get lucky rather. So target decreased from 3 to 2 though, and additional enemy stretch range decreased from 200 to 100. Okay. But there's some slight nerfs which are pretty still major if you're trying to play her as a core. Okay, Enigma. I would like to see some buffs to Enigma, honestly. But let's see if we can actually. Let me update the subscribers. It's 535. Thank you for subscribing, guys. Appreciate it. Enigma. I would like to see buffs. Demonic conversion no longer cast on units. What? Now a no target ability that summons 3 Eidolons, 100 units, left, right, behind Enigma. So you're surrounded by your demonic conversion. But why would you call it conversion at all if you're not converting anything? Just call it demonic spawn or the spawn of the demons. Alright, now has a health cost really 75 to 150 in addition to its mana cost. In addition, oh bro, why you gotta do anything like that? Midnight Pulse interval decreased from damage interval decreased. The total damage is unchanged. So you deal more damage in short amount of time. That's good overall. But overall damage is the same. That's fine. Attack speed decreased from 12 to 10. Okay, fine. Void. I've seen a lot of people try PA2. Try PA, bro. I'm going through the heroes by alphabetical order. So we're gonna try the things that we think that are interesting one by one. It converts from Enigma's body. That's why health cost. Ah, that's actually pretty cool, JW25. I didn't think of that. Wow, that makes a lot of sense actually. By the way, you can join the Discord, guys, if you'd like to. Try Spectre. I haven't tried Spectre or PA. I'm gonna try one by one, guys, as we go along. If it's interesting, we'll see. Okay, Midnight Pulse, damage interval decrease. We've already gone through that. Okay, Faceless Void. Okay, I've seen Faceless Void a lot recently, and people are doing well with it. So I would expect a nerf. But since I want to play Void, I would prefer if it's a little bit of buff. We shall see though. -1 time walk cooldown replaced with 50 time lock damage. 70 time lock damage replaced with... Oh wow, that's kind of a nerf. Yeah, that's a nerf. Basically -30 time lock damage in general. But you have time lock damage earlier though, so that is kind of good. You're a little bit more stronger early on with Mask of Madness if you're going for that build. Interesting, very interesting. Not bad. Grimstroke. Phantom's Embrace now refreshes when the Phantom reaches Grimstroke rather than the moment Grand damage is dealt. Project speed increased, so you cannot spam that. You have to wait for the ghost to return. Interesting. Projectile speed increased from 850 to 1150. Inkswell buff duration increased from 3 to 5 seconds. Oh, that's pretty good. Can now be detonated via Ink Explosion sub-ability. Another sub-ability, guys. These sub-abilities have been just had me rolling, guys. They've been really good. They've been really interesting. I really enjoy that. I hope you like that too. Very cool. So now what it means that, for example, if you put it on Axe, well, Axe is not the great example. For example, if you put it on Legion Commander, your Legion Commander, you don't have to expect your Legion Commander to be, you know, good with his timing of blinking in at the right time so everyone in AoE gets stunned. You can control it and explode it. I think that's what I'm understanding with this. Yes, so at any time during its effect. So once you put the buff, first of all, so they've made it easier for your ally, even if your ally is not that smart or good with the timing, you can time it yourself. So once they go in, first they have a lot of more opportunity and timing to get it right because the duration increased. And then you can explode it on command. Letson says, I'm a Grimstroke enjoyer and I like it. I love it too. I don't play often unless I'm playing single draft, which I play quite often recently. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot, actually. I'm not a spammer or anything, but I've seen some very good Grimstrokes and they would love that ability. I mean, for me, as I said, I gave you the example of your ally not being as good or sensible enough with the timing, so you can manage that yourself. I like that. The responsibility has been shifted from your ally to yourself. Soulbind now fully pierces debuff immunity. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So even if you're BKB'd, I don't think you'll be able to blink because you will be connected to the other guy, and yeah, you won't be able to blink, pretty sure. Even if the BKB'd, because you will still be connected with the other guy by this ability. And once you're normally connected with this ability, you cannot blink away. Gyrocopter, Rocket Barrage. Now Gyrocopter grants Gyrocopter 20 to 50% slow resistance for the duration. Wow, that's cool. 50% slow resistance. Wow. Flag Cannon radius increased from 1000 to 1250. Now additionally grants 200 bonus night vision, and Aghanim Scepter side gunner now attacks an additional target. Flag Cannon is active. What? 2 targets at the same time. That is crazy. That's pretty good, man. If you like to go for rapier and things like that, you know, the glass cannon build with the satanic, it is pretty good. Hoodwink. Okay, I would like to see some major hoodwink buffs, please. Also provides 50 to 200 attack or cast range when activated. That's fine. Not super massive, but I would take it. It's an additional benefit of using the ability, so I'll take it. Sharpshooter now deals half the damage to creeps that bolt flies through. So basically you can clear a lot of creep waves through that. Aghanim Scepter now also increases Sharpshooter's projectile and charge speed by 25%. That's pretty good. That is good. Let's see the talent though. Talent is very weak. Should be 250 maximum damage. It's level 20 talent. This is pretty weak, but going Aghanim is basically a bit better in general. Okay, I'll take it. Other heroes got treated much better, but I will take it. It's good enough, I would say. Oscar. Life Break now additionally slows the target's attack speed, 60 to 140. Oh wow. It's not that great against Troll, but... against Troll and Ursa it's not that great, but against, like, I don't know, Slark or... I can't really give many examples. I guess PA... but PA still have second ability. Juggernaut still has ultimate or Aghanim, so I'm not sure it's that good. Oh my god, Invoker's there, guys. Oh my. Oh no, no, no. I know from the... I spoiled myself a little bit. Just a little bit. And I know that there are crazy, massive changes to Invoker. And I'm very concerned, guys. One of the reasons I do play Dota is to play Invoker. And I really love Invoker. Magical caster, by the way, not the right-clicking bullshit. So I'm very hesitant to see what they have done to my boy. Alright, but we have to check it out though. Alright, let me get some water in, guys. All right. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, guys, it's time. Invoker. Okay, guys, it's Invoker time. Now is a universal hero. Invoker is a universal hero now. Oh my, they're gonna destroy stats, aren't they? Base health regen increased from 0.25 to 1.5. What are they compensating this for, man? Oh my, they're gonna destroy my boy, aren't they? Base damage decreased from 2935 to 2 to 10? Agility can decrease from 1.9 to 1.8. Intelligence increased from 15 to 19. Intelligence gain decreased from 4.6 to 4.0. damage on level 1 decreased by 6 to 4, from 44 to 50 to 38 to 46. Damage gain per level increased from 4.6 to 5.74. Okay, at the start you were just super weak, but you will gain a little bit momentum. But oh man, I see the cost and it's just giving me anxiety, man. What's gonna happen? Strength per level decreased from 2 to 1, no longer grants health regen, now grants 2 to 8% spell lifesteal on Invoker's abilities per orb on cast. The value is stored at the moment of spell cast and cannot be changed by swapping orbs after. All spell life steal worse at 1/5 strength on creeps. Does not affect items. That is pretty interesting, I would say. That is interesting. Wex. Agility per level decreased from 2 to 1. No longer grants attack speed. No longer grants attack speed. Now grants 1% to 7% cooldown reduction per orb on Invoker's abilities and items. The value is stored at the moment of the spell cast and cannot be changed by swapping orbs after. Okay, this is way too crazy, man. So 21% cooldown reduction in total because you have 3 orbs. But it's 1 to 7%. Oh. So 21, yeah, it would be maximum 21. But normally it's 1 to 7%. Okay, it's not that bad because you have 2 charges of Hands of Midas as well. Oh man, oh wow. I wonder how it's going to play out in an actual game. You have lower cooldown on your abilities and items when you vex yourself out. So you can go all vex and then use your Hands of Midas, and your Hands of Midas also have 2 charges after your first usage. Very interesting, very interesting. Okay, Exhort. So far I'm not mad. It's pretty interesting and it looks pretty cool actually. I don't know how it will scale, how it feel. We have to test it out in the game. But yeah. Let's see what they have done to Exhort. Intelligence per level decreased from 2 to 1. No longer grants damage. Now grants 1 to 7% spell amplification on all Invoker's abilities. Okay, I love it. I love it actually because this was my main gripe. This is what I hated because, oh man, because the damage was clearly not enough on his spells. But now, from 1% to 70% amplification on all Invoker's abilities per instance on cast. So it would be 21% spell amplification. Oh my god. That is insane. 21%, and if you have Kaya and Yasha as well, if you have Ethereal Blade as well, oh my, I love it. And if you have Aghanims, beautiful. That is beautiful, man. I like it. Cold Snap now heals Invoker for 16 to 128 every time it procs. Boy, this is crazy, man. Freeze cooldown decreased from 0.8. Oh my, they have just made it so much better. They made Invoker playable again. For me, especially. That is wild, man. Freeze cooldown decreased from 0.83 seconds to 0.62 to 0.8 seconds to 0.59. That is much nicer, man. Mana cost also decreased from 100 to 90. That's not significant. Ghost Walk now grants Invoker 10 to 80 health regen based on your quests, and 5 to 40 mana regen based on Wex. Okay, I forgive Bald, man. Let's be real. Let's be real. I knew Invoker was going to get playable again. It's going to get great again, guys. And they finally made him. And I haven't even gone to the Tornado and Sunstrike yet. I love Sunstrike. One of the main reasons I love Invoker is the ability to Sunstrike. Because usually I'm not very good in my laning phase. And when I lose the lane, for example, I will just jungle and try to get Midas or a little bit more level and goal advantage while contributing in team fights by my Sunstrike. I know you may think that it's very small, just a Sunstrike, man. It's better you TP and try to do other shit, but that's how I play, right? But from the laning phase, before I even lose the lane, I just spam my Sunstrike and get a lot of kills. And it helps my allies to secure the kills that otherwise they won't manage to get because they wouldn't be able to dive the tower, and I just Sunstrike and get the kill. Or if someone is just near the base and I get them, so they're like, you know, they're just buying items and increasing their net worth, and the more the net worth they have, the more gold they grant once they're dead. So it is as good stuff, man. Alright, let's continue. I gotta control my hype, guys. I'm super hype right now, if you can't tell. A live duration increased from 0.8 to 2.6 seconds to 1.2 to 2.6 seconds. So even in the early phase, the live duration, the base live duration is pretty strong now. Much better now. And the mana cost also decreased from 150 to 120. Because you have to think about this, by the way, the live duration is also, you need to consider about the invoke cooldown. So this is pretty nice. That's good. Okay, alacrity. Mana cost decreased from 100 to 90. Sunstrike damage increased from 120 to 540 to 200 to 550. Okay, that's fair. So at the very early levels, you can still be able to use Sunstrike and get a kill. From Invoker to Invoker, that huge buff, real talk, man, real talk. You talk like a true Invoker enjoyer like myself. I love it. That's good enough, by the way. Deafening Blast, mana cost decrease, yeah, because you already have lower intelligence and lower intelligence gain as well, so that's fine, the mana cost reduction on stuff. But now to heal yourself, you just have to go Ghost Walk, man. No need to go back to home. Just Ghost Walk, get your health regen up, get your mana regen up, and you're good. Okay, I'm so excited to play Invoker right now, by the way. Okay, Wisp. Overcharge, Aghanim Shard no longer grants bonus spell amplification. Yeah, that was way too good. But people didn't realize how good it was until the professional players used it with Leshrac with Bloodstone, because that was insane, because the more spell amplification your ally has... Wait. But it grants bonus spell amplification to only IO or ally as well? Now grants 30% slow resistance. Interesting. Yeah. Jakiro, Macro Power, Aghanim Scepter no longer increase the Macro Power distance. Increase Macro Power width by 70. Oh, that is pretty good. Because usually you use your Macro Power, but it's still not good enough, even if you have Axe, because, you know, people can siege your high ground tower from the other sides of the tower. So now the whole tower should be covered because of the increase in width. The Aghanim Scepter bonus duration decreased from 15 to 5 plus 5 seconds. That's fine. Good enough. If the width is increased, it's good enough. Now adds 2 walls of ice along the edges of the macro fire. So you're absolutely trapped. This slows any enemies trying to cross them. So either you burn yourself or you slow yourself by 70%. Oh my god. That is insane. That is insane slow. Damage is pure and the slow pierces debuff immunity. Oh my head. The Aghanim Scepter is so important to get on Jakiro now. It is so good. It was already very good, but now it's even more better. Ice Wall Width 80. Slow Linger. Duration is 0.4 second. Insane. That is beautiful. Juggernaut was already pretty good, but I would like to see him get a little bit better. If you're enjoying, guys, consider leaving a like and subscribe. My throat is going. I'm reading this patch only for you guys. I would just queue up Dota game. My voice is almost gone. So much patch notes, man. So much reading. Hero barbecue, yeah, barbecue, frozen, everything at once, man. Beautiful. That's a beautiful symphony, man. I enjoy that. All right, Juggernaut. Even though Juggernaut is pretty good and strong, I would say that they should nerf him a little bit, but buff him a little bit as well. So nerf some side and buff some side. That's what I'd like to see. Juggernaut, talents. Okay, so no skills, directly to the talents. Okay, there's no skill changes at all. 15, level 15 talent, 1 second Blade Fury duration. To increase, change with 100 Blade Fury DPS. So you'd always take that. Yep, plus 1 second Blade Fury usually actually backfired. Sometimes you want to press ulti, but you're just spinning for 1 second too longer if you take that. So that's fine. And now that is changed to, from 150 Blade Fury DPS replaced with minus 3 second Blade Fury cooldown. Okay, that is much nicer actually. Lower cooldown is better than longer duration in most cases. Blade Ends lifesteal increased from 50 to 60%. But lifesteal now calculated after armor reductions. Okay, that is so bad. It was so good. It was like 70 to 80%, it felt like, because it lifesteal before any armor reduction or anything like that. But now it's affected by armor reduction and stuff like that. So that is kind of sad. But again, Sanj and Yasha, Sanj would increase the lifesteal that you get. So you didn't see Ricky yet? I will. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Appreciate it. Alright, Keeper of the Light. Chakra Magic Mana Restore decreased from 80 to 320 to 70 to 300, and Mana Restore cooldown reduced 25%, more effective when cast on self. Okay. Kunkka needs buff. Don't see him often in my rank especially, so I would like to see some buffs, some meaningful buffs. Torrent damage and slow are now applied to all enemies in the torrent area throughout the duration, not just to enemies caught by the stun. Damage and slow are now applied to all enemies in the torrent area throughout the duration, not just to enemies caught by the stun. What do you mean? What's the area of the torrent then? Area. Interesting. X marks the spot. Return cast point decreased. Okay, so it's almost instant now. So if you just start your Sunstrike, the guy can just use it. I mean, there's other consequences of that as well, but just thinking of Sunstrike because I love Invoker. Okay, Legion Commander. Everyone has been spamming her, getting some MMR, enjoying it, and I enjoy Legion Commander as well. I haven't played her enough because I don't play offlane enough, but I would love to see her balanced. I wouldn't love to see her getting nerfed to the ground because she already received some minor nerfs earlier. So I would love to see her a little bit changed, a little bit balanced, some nerf, some buff. Let's see what's in store for us. Base strength decreased by 2, base movement speed decreased from 330 to 325. Alright, it's not severe. It is fine. Etruza says, I'm Kunkka spammer. I feel bad. They didn't buff him like I expected. Yeah, it's not too much. It's just okay. I also wanted to see him, you know, in my team or even facing him. I haven't seen Kunkka enough, and it's not good enough. Maybe increase his regen, increase his Tidebringer damage, or ulti stun duration, or maybe width of the ultimate or something like that, or the torrents, but it's not that big. It is what it is. Hopefully they will buff in the future, I guess, because I haven't seen Kunkka in a while, as I said before. Alright, let's continue with Leshrac. Leshrac has been picked a lot, and it allowed some professional players to win a lot of money and a lot of games through Leshrac and Wisp combo. So Leshrac really deserves some nerf. Mana cost decreased 95 to 150 to 90 to 150. Okay, that is just a buff. Level 25 Lightning Storm can be bounced twice on units, replaced with Pulse Nova triggers Lightning Storm. Summon a single bolt every 2 seconds upon a random enemy in Pulse Nova radius. Prioritize heroes. I'm not sure if that's bad or good. Every 2 seconds upon a random enemy. Okay, that's bad actually. That's kind of a nerf. Kind of nerf of the late game to Leshrac, I guess. Still manageable. It's not dead yet. Yeah, let me up the subscribers. Thank you guys. We're gonna reach the sub goal again. Lich. Talents, level 20 talent plus 100 chain frost damage replaced with chain frost on death. Okay, dude, that is just like copy paste the warlock one. the Warlock summons Golem on death, or Undying summons Tombstone on death. Okay, now Lich does that too. I guess they're all dead heroes, so it makes sense. But I'm not sure if Warlock is dead, but I guess they're all dire heroes or evil, I guess. Or magical. Or all of these above, but that is cool though. Lifestealer. Lifestealer, some people have been playing him and enjoying it. I wouldn't say they should give different too severe buff on nerfs. Let's see. Level 15 talent damage increase from 25 to 30. Level 15 health increase from 325 to 350. Okay, a little bit of buffs, minor buffs. Level 25, 1.2% feast lifesteal replaced with 1.2% feast lifesteal and damage. Okay, so overall that is actually better. Nice. Not bad. Not bad, guys. Not bad. Good buffs. Good small buffs. Lina. Lina has been very underwhelming. Since at one time everyone noticed at how strong of a right clicker she is, she's been in a very weird state, even with the new Aghanim or Aghanim shard. So I'm hoping that now Lina can become relevant in some meaningful way without her getting completely broken. So check it out. Let's check what they did to Lina. Dragon Slave. Damage decrease 85 to 325 to 75 to 300. Now also burns enemies, dealing 10 to 40 damage per second. Okay, that is fine. That is good. That actually makes more sense with the ability. That is nice. I like it. Light Strike Array. Mana cost rescale from 115 to 100 to 145. And Laguna Blade now supercharges Lina, granting her 10 stacks of Fiery Soul for 5 seconds. Man, when I read supercharge, you know what came to my mind? It was Goku's Kamehameha. A power beam, a power blast. But I'd like to curse and plague their enemies after that. Yes, sir. Definitely. Lion Mana Drain no longer has a mana cost. Well, that is pretty huge, so you can still suck Anti-Mage while he's hitting you with no mana at all. That is interesting. Can now target allies without the level 15 talent. Grants. Okay, so you can refill your allies with mana. That is pretty massive, actually. Without the level 15 talent, you can just use it on allies and give them mana. That is, I love it. Grant bonus movement speed when used on allies, and no longer drains mana from Lion when the allied target is full mana. Movement speed and mana restored are decreased by 50% of the slow and mana stolen values. Level 15 talent, mana drain, restore allies replaced with -2 second hex cooldown. Level 20 talent, -3 hex cooldown replaced with Earth Spike effects 30-degree cone. What? Earth Spike affects a 30-degree cone. Okay, interesting. Okay, Lone Druid. I would like to see a small buff, if not major buff, or some ability rework. Let's see what we have in store for us for Lone Druid. Summon Spirit Bear. Bear is now a universal creep hero unit. It has 0 base attributes and does not gain them with level, but attributes received from buffs or items fully affect the bear as they would for universal heroes. The bear cannot gain experience, but their health and damage increases with Lone Druid's level by 90 and 5 respectively. Bear now has its own Aghanim Scepter and Shard upgrades. Oh my god, what the hell am I reading right now? Aghanim Scepter allows Spirit Bear to attack at any range. Aghanim Scepter allows Spirit Bear to attack at any range from Lone Druid and to survive if Lone Druid dies. Aghanim Shard grants an ability, Fetch. Spirit Bear roots the target unit or rune and uncontrollably drags him towards the Lone Druid for 2.25 seconds. Spirit Bear is slowed by 20% during this and is gradually dealt 300 damage over the duration if it's an enemy. The bear is not slowed down while fetching a middle rune. Mana cost 75 and cooldown 30 seconds. Spirit Link, now upgradable by Aghanim Scepter. Lone Druid severs the link to his Spirit Bear and connects to the target allied hero, sharing the Spirit Link bonuses with them for 20 seconds. Armor sharing attack speed bonuses increased by 35%, and damage done by the ally heals Lone Druid, as well as the other way around. A multi-spirit dimensional link, dude. That is insane. Yeah, as well as the other way around. The spirit beer is feared for the duration of the transformation, unless he has his own Agnem scepter. No longer increase bat. What is bad? Bad chest. Let's try spirit baker. Sorry, spirit beer. No, low on druid. Rather the name of the hero for a second. I mean, that's how long I haven't played this guy. Let's check it out.
From exile, I am the
Okay, we can dummy the target here. Universal hero. So what would we buy? We would buy Aghanim's on him, buy shard on him. Oh, interesting. So if there's an enemy there, and you refresh that. Oh wow, so you're attacking him and he's like, I'm gonna run, and then you're like, and then you do that. That's crazy as shit, man. So oh, what the fuck? What is the damage? Oh my. Yo, so if you add like butterfly, oh my god, and if you add Scotty, oh guys, I'm gonna lose my, oh what the and if you add Daedalus, dude, this cannot be real. Like, this is the ultimate late game hero, I think. So if you have two Scotties and Basher, Butterfly, and I think we can give Heart as well. Oh my, dude, he's gonna die instantly. I'm gonna try to run. Can I run? Oh, continuously rooted, and that's with 6 hearts. Oh my god, and the healing ward. Yeah, and I haven't even finished. Okay, GG. Okay, that is just GG. Manta Harpoon. Oh wow, yes, Manta as well. Oh my god, this is insane, boys. Manta on your hero and your allied beer. You're right, Glenn. That was perfect. That was a perfect comment right there. That's a great suggestion. Okay, let's see, where were we? I think we're about to... We're nearing the end, I guess, eventually. Yep. Luna, Aghanim Shard upgrade removed. Moon Glyphs, now upgradable by Aghanim Shard. Okay, when activated, creates 4 Moon Glyphs that rotate around Luna in a 150 radius for 6 seconds, reducing any damage she takes by 20%. If the Glyphs collides with any unit, it deals 75% of Luna's attack damage. Once per its revolution. So, can you refresh it? I gotta check if you can. I'm not sure if it's gonna be worth it, but it's interesting to check it out. That's basically 2 heroes. I mean, that was the concept of the hero since the beginning, but it never translated completely, but now it is. Now it is. Now it's actually 2 heroes. You're controlling 2 heroes now. The different Aghanim and Shard ability, that is insane. Okay, enemy level max.
Heart of Tyrannos.
ready?
Sorry, my bad. Like that.
Get ready.
You're hitting. You're hitting. You're hitting. Get a butterfly. And then you scepter and shard. Okay, that's just sweet. And you can only have ones at a time. I guess I don't have enough damage. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this. And let me get a satanic. We gotta remove the butter though. And I press this. I will get lifesteal from all of them, right? Be another Daedalus. Interesting. Basically, Luna is more tanky. It's not actually actually a good buff that would translate into some decent damage. It's actually just to make her a little bit more tanky, basically. That's pretty much it. Interesting. Yeah, it's not very effective. They have to buff it a little bit or change it a little bit, tweak a little bit, because in its current state is just not good enough, in my opinion. Right, where were we? Okay. Lycan, fear no longer affect creep heroes. Okay. Fear no longer affect creep heroes. It means... I think it means the beer. The low and rude spear, I guess. 20% howl attack damage reduction replaced with 2 howl armor reduction. That's fine. You deal more damage. They deal more damage as well, because the damage reduction has been removed. Wolf's health increased from 250 to 300. Nice. Magnus Hornthos now stuns enemies for the duration of the airtime. Okay, that is good. That's a good change, because it was very underwhelming earlier. That's really silly ability. Yes, sir. It is pretty silly, actually. Talents. All stats per hero hit with reverse polarity increase from 6 to 8. That's pretty good. You will hit more harder. Marcy. Remember, it's not just 8 per hero, right? Because it's not plus 8 damage. That's what I mean. That's like a lot of damage. That's like 24 damage per hero, right? Insane. Marcy rebound. Okay, Marcy needs a buff. Some good ass buff, let's see. Rebound. Aghanim Shard now also decreases rebound cooldown by 3 seconds. Okay, ability rebirth. Buff is not permanent for Marcy and her ally. Dispellable only upon death or buffing another ally. Marcy's lifesteal now also heals her and allies. Lifesteal heals Marcy. If Marcy and her ally are further apart from each other than 2,500 units, Marcy receives 50% of the bonus, while her ally receives no bonus from the buff until they get closer again. Bonus damage decrease from 20 to 65 to 6 to 48, and lifesteal decrease from 30 to 45% to 10 to 35%. Lifesteal now reduced by 40% versus creeps, and cooldown rescale from 36 seconds to 12 seconds to 20 seconds. Okay. Unleash no longer slows attack speed of towers. Interesting. Talents, level 15. That's pretty good, by the way. I really like Sidekick now. Sidekick is now actually Sidekick. You're actually... like, now the ability actually lives to its name, and I like that. Level 15 talent is minus 3 seconds on the rebound cooldown, replaced with 10% rebound movement speed bonus, and 1.5 seconds sidekick debuff immunity replaced with plus 65 sidekick damage. I like that. All of it nice. But of course, this change is pretty severe for some cases. Mars, Bulwark. Aghanim Scepter soldiers are now placed in a wall formation with 2 of them on either side of Mars. Soldiers attack only enemies in front of them in 275 range and knock back any enemies they hit. The enemies are pushed to 325 range from the formation. Just good with your ultimate, basically, the Bulwark. Are you in a beta server? No, it's actual Dota. The normal thing. The update released a while back. Good lane support, yes, excellent. Imagine you're Savan or Juggernaut or PA is just beautiful now. It's just such a good synergy now. Actual true sidekick Marcy, I like it. Medusa talents. Level 25 talent mana shield per mana decreased from 1.3 to 1.7, from 0.7 to 0.9 for illusions. Increased, sorry, not decreased. Damage per mana increased. Shield damage per mana. Interesting. Meepo needs a big nerf. Strength gain decrease. Agility gain decreased. Base intelligence decrease. Talent strength increased from 6 to 7. Earthbind grants true strike on target replaced with -2. Okay. Yes, good changes. Earthbind cooldown replaced with Earthbind grants true strike. So now you will have true strike at level 20 instead of 15. Interesting. So you cannot absolutely destroy P anymore by your second ability. Mirana, Sacred Arrow, and by the time you have level 20, PA should have Battle Fury, and it should definitely make a little bit of difference now. Mirana, Sacred Arrow, maximum bonus damage decrease from 180 to 150 to 180. Leap, base charge, restore time reskill from 45 to 30 seconds to... Wait, bonus damage decrease 180 to 150 to 180. Okay, at level max it's the same, but a little bit less in the early stages. Restore time reskill 45 to 30 seconds to 52 to 28 seconds. Okay, Monkey King. Monkey King is pretty good, pretty strong. Let's see what the changes are. A little bit nerfs. Aghanim Shard now applies Primal Spring when Monkey King lands with 50% of power of the maximum challenge duration. Very interesting. Yeah. Wukong's command cooldown decreased from 120 to 80 seconds to 110 to 80 seconds. Interesting. Morphling. Let's see what we have for Morphling. Aghanim Scepter upgrade reworked. Adds an alternative cast to Morph and enable. Morphling creates beside himself a strong illusion of the targeted hero that can cast all of the hero's basic abilities and deal 100% of the target's damage, but takes 300% damage. If the illusion is alive and the Morphling toggles Morph, he teleports to the illusion and destroys it before turning into the enemy hero. Interesting. Very cool, actually. Very cool. Very simple and cool ability. Okay, Murta. I expect buff. Decent buff, because she's really weak right now. I mean, I don't like her. They really nerf her quite a lot. So the agility gain thing really hit her hard. So I hope she's made a little bit more playable. And her Aghanims I never bought is just so weird. I never understood it and never felt like it's useful enough. The Calling. If an enemy hero dies inside the Calling, it gains additional Revenant and its duration is refreshed. Mana cost decreased from 150 to 225. If an enemy hero dies inside the Calling, it gains an additional Revenant and its duration is refreshed. Gunslinger. Secondary target bonus surge range increase. Okay. Parting Short. Physical body damage reduction decrease. Naga Siren. Base armor decreased by 1. Nature Profit consuming a tree. Spawn from a sprout. You already gone through that. Now deals 14 to 32 damage every 0.5 second for the duration. Damage is dealt in a 275 radius, affecting enemies close to the trees both inside and outside of the ring. That's pretty cool. Necrophos, Ghost Shroud, Aghanim Scepter upgrade removed. What? Heartstopper Aura, now upgradable Aghanim Scepter. Health decays increased by 60% of Necrophos' current health regeneration. That's pretty cool. So Doom is great against Necrophos also. Nightstalker, Crippling Fear, now deals 25 to 40 magical damage per second while you're silenced. Pretty cool. Dark Ascension now refreshes cooldown of non-ultimate abilities on cast, and level 15 talent Hunter in the night City resistance increased from 15 to 25%. Interesting. Next assassin, Spiked Carapace. Damage reflected increased from 100 to 125%. So the reflected damage is more than the damage you were supposed to deal and reflect. That's pretty cool. Cooldown rescale 25 to 10 seconds to 26 to 8 seconds. You can spam it more often now. Vendetta, bonus damage decreased from 300 to 600 to 300 to 500. And the duration increased from 40 to 60 seconds. Good enough. Ogre Magi needs some buffs. Damage decreased from 270 to 150. Now also deals damage equal to 1.5 times of Ogre's strength. Also affected by level 10 talent of -1 second cooldown. Cool. Okay, Omni Knight. I've actually ruined by slacks. I mean, I've been spoiled that there's some important changes to Omni Knight. Let's see. Purification, cast rate increased from 550 to 600. And Repel. Heavily Grace renamed to Repel. No longer grants bonus strength and health regen per dispel debuff. Now grants bonus strength and health regen per debuff currently on the unit. Now only applies to the target, not to Omni Knight as well. No longer applied strong dispel. Now grants debuff immunity for the duration of the effect. No magic resistance. Duration decreased from 10 seconds to 6 seconds. And the cooldown increased from 26 seconds to 14 seconds to 60 to 45 seconds. Okay. Interesting. Not bad. Ogre with Midas will be rich as a... Oh yeah, 23. Old Omni Knight is back. Kind of. No longer the old BKB though. +4 second Heavenly Grace duration replaced with -2 second purification cooldown. -2 second purification cooldown replaced with +3 second strength regen per debuff. +3 Heavenly Grace strength regen per debuff replaced with +2 second repel duration. Good stuff, good changes. Oracle, Purifying Flames, heal per second increased from 11 to 44 to 15 to 45. And total health increased by 99 to 396 to 115 to 405. That's a lot of health regen. All right, hello, mic test. Can you hear me? We're gonna go through a few more heroes and then I'll be right back again. Let's continue. Outworld Destroyer, Aghanim Shard alive movement speed increased from 60 to 70%. Essence Plus, Aghanim Scepter now fully prevents the damage that would put Outworld Destroyer's health below 20%. Aghanim Scepter max mana as barrier increased from 50% to 75%. Sanity Eclipse now applies a mana allergy debuff to enemies for 7 seconds, causing them to take damage every time they cast a spell equal to the mana cost of that spell. So basically Pugna's Ward, but it's the mana cost instead of the damage. That's the difference. Outworld Destroyers healed by 150% of the mana spent by enemies also affect items. That is crazy. That's cool. Pangolier, I've been spoiled by the chat. People were saying that Pangolier is dead. Let's see what killed him. Will we? Right. Shield Crash. No longer provides damage reduction per hero to Pangolier. Now grants 50 to 200 barrier per hero to Pangolier for 10 seconds. So basically, if you have a Veil of Discord, you can even destroy that instantly. At max level, by the way. So Veil of Discord is a very good item to buy on heroes like Disruptor now. It's pretty good. No longer disarms the Lucky Shot and now adds 40 to 160 attack speed reduction to its targets. Okay, that is just these are so bad things. Pangolier is actually dead, kind of. Actually pretty dead. Unless you're just some very good player who knows how to go around these things that makes it hard for him to be a viable hero. Phantom Assassin. Okay, people have been telling me to try PA. I wonder what's so special about it. I have to see. Let's check it out. Okay. Phantom Assassin, Coup de Grace, ability rework. Phantom Assassin refines their combat abilities, acquiring 20% chance of gaining deadly focus buff with each attack. While Phantom Assassin is focused, her next attack will deal a guaranteed critical hit with 200 to 450% damage and consume the buff. Stifling Dagger has a 40% chance to gain deadly focus. The hit that lands a guaranteed crit may also activate a deadly focus buff, making consecutive crits possible. Deadly focus duration 6 seconds. But it's not passive anymore, so... So it will not work if with your illusions, I guess. That's what I can understand from it. We will test this out though. Phantom Lancer, level 10, Spirit Lance damage decreased from 50 to 40. And the cooldown reduced from 2 to 1.5 seconds for level 15. Phoenix, Icarus type, damage interval decreased from 1 second to 0.2 second. So you will take more damage faster. You'll take the total damage will stay the same, but you will take it much faster. And Fire Spirit damage interval decrease as well from 1 second to 0.2 seconds. So you can dish out a lot of damage, a lot of bursts now. Sunray now applies a stackable 2% miss chance debuff on every tick of damage. Duration is refreshed with each debuff stack applied. That's pretty cool, man. So once you have Aghanim or Shard, you can use the Sunray and people will miss a little bit more. Supernova damage interval decrease also, so a lot of bursts on Phoenix. It would be interesting to try Phoenix out. Primal Beast needs some buffs. Bonus damage per hit decrease from 330 to 70 to 20 to 60. Rock Throw now provides an uproar stack for each enemy hit. So you can just hit it on multiple heroes and just dive in with a lot of stacks. And if you have Aghanim suits, it all just goes well together. Level 10 Talon magic resist during trample increase from 20% to 25%, and level 20 upper armor per stack also increased a little bit. Attack multiplier decrease from 25% to 20%. Interesting. Puck. I think Puck definitely needs some nerfs. Let's see what do we have here. Phase shift Aghanim Shard bonus damage increase from 20 to 35. Okay, buff. Dream Coil, Aghanim Scepter, rapid fire attack rate now mirrors Puck's attack rate. So the faster you attack, the faster the rapid fire will attack. Scepter rapid fire keeps attacking the enemies that are stunned by breaking the Dream Coil's leash. Interesting. Pudge needs a buff, please. Now instantly kills illusion. Can cast stun on Pudge is now removed if the hook finds the target. A casting stun on the Pudge is now removed if the hook finds the target. So yeah, you don't just once you throw it, you just don't stay at one place. Right, I'm back. Pugna, Netherward, base damage increased from 50 to 80 to 50 to 110. Queen of Pain cooldown decreased from 16 to 4 seconds to 13 to 4 seconds. Scream of Pain radius increased from 550 to 600. And the Sonic Wave damage increased from 310 to 550, 350 to 650. Damage now gets gradually applied over the 1.4 second duration of the knockback. Knockback is now undispellable. Cooldown decreased from 110 to 90 seconds to 110 to 80 seconds. Good stuff. Nothing severe. Okay, Razor Static Link, now upgradable by Aghanim's Shard. Increases the cast range by 150 and as alternative cast to Static Link when toggled on, it pulls Razor and his slaying target towards each other at the rate of 100 units per second while the link is active. The pull stop if the distance is less than 175 units from Razor. It does not affect debuff immune units. Storm Surge bonus speed decreased from 10 to 25% to 8 to 20%. Previous Aghanim Shard's upgrade is now part of the basic ability. There is an 80% chance when attacked. Okay, we know what the shard does. Talent at level 20, 21% Storm Surge movement speed replaced with 25%. Surge, damage, and slow. Pretty good. Riki was nerfed a lot, I guess, so I would expect some buffs. Base armor decreased by 2. Okay, more nerfs. Damage decreased by 14. Strength gained by... Damage decreased by 14. That's insane. That's pretty good. For Riki haters, I guess. Strength gain decreased. Agility increased. But agility increased. Okay. Agility gain also increased a lot. Oh, okay. Crazy. Cloak and Dagger, backstab, agility damage multiplier decreased from 1.2 to 2.0 to 1 to 1.8. Still pretty good at the later levels, I would say. Still pretty strong. Rubik's Aghanim Shard bonus throw range decreased from 85% to 50%. Arcane Supremacy. Cast range decreased from 100 to 250 to 60 to 250. Interesting. Sand King. Sand King was pretty strong. I would expect some nerfs, but we shall see. We shall see what's up. Now constantly moves towards Sand King at the speed of 100 ms. Now constantly moves towards Sand King at a speed of... Basically what they try to write over here, that if you are in Sand King Sandstorm, you will be continuously dragged towards Sand King with this rate. Aghanim Scepter Burst Strike Spine Radius now equals 10% Sandstorm's current radius. Decrease from 65 to 42 to 65. Level 15 talent increase radius by 12.5 more. Epicenter or Epicenter. Aghanim Shard effect now triggers every 2.5 seconds instead of every 700 units moved. Okay, that's a good nerf. Kind of. Talents is just different, I guess. Maybe not a nerf. Level 20 talent, 100 epicenter base radius replaced with 100 base radius, and plus 25 incremental radius of epicenter. Wow, crazy. Shadow Demon talent disseminate sheer damage increase from 10% to 15%. Interesting. Shadow Fiend base attack range increased from 500 to 525, and the Requiem of Souls Aghanim Scepter damage in return increased from 40 to 60%. Now you can have Aghanims, I guess. 20% more increase in damage. That is not bad. That is fine. Shadow Shaman. Mana cost decrease for the shock, and Hex now amplifies the damage the target takes by 5 to 20%. So amplifies the damages the target takes by allies or Shadow Shaman himself, or by everyone. I'm assuming everyone. Okay, mana cost increase, cooldown increase, shackles total damage or heal increase from 60 to 70 to 75 to 300. Interesting. Silencer Glaives of Wisdom. Aghanim Shard now silences all targets hits if glaives bounce. Silences all targets hit if glaives bounce. Wow. Okay. 10% Glaives of Wisdom damage replaced with 1 Glaive of Wisdom bounce. That is crazy. Okay. Level 25 talent is 2 Glaives of Wisdom bounces replaced with 25% Wisdom on the Glaives. Interesting. The damage. Skywrath Mage, nothing too severe, I would say, except the silencing part. That is kind of crazy though, not gonna lie, that is pretty insane. Skywrath Mage, totally opposite of Silencer, I guess, or Nemesis. Arcane Bolt, Aghanim Scepter now creates 2 additional bolts instead of 1, so total 3 bolts. Level 15 talent, Ancient Seal cooldown reduction decrease from 8 seconds to 7 seconds. And level 15 talent plus when Arcane Bolt per cast replaced with 25% Arcane Bolt spell lifesteal. For a second I thought that it would be more damage, but it's spell lifesteal. Interesting. Maybe we will see some Bloodstone or even further lifesteal, but probably not. That would be too wild. Stardust Slithering Crush cast point improved from 0.35 to 0.25. Puddle duration increased. Puddle duration with Aghanim Scepter increased from 22 to 25 seconds. Bash of the Deep now passively grants 10 to 40 attack damage when in water. That's pretty cool because once you place a puddle, you're in water, so you have more damage as well. So good buffs to starter. Linger duration decreased from 0.5 to 0.01 seconds. So yeah, once Depth Shot ends, it will actually end now. There's no lingering. Almost no lingering. Starfire List Shredder's fixed damage per shot increased. Okay. Mana cost also increased though. List Shredder, use your attack damage replaced with 3x List Shredder multi-shot. 3x List Shredder multi-shot replaced with List Shredder using 100% of your attack damage. Okay. Sniper. I've heard that there's some interesting ability changes to the ultimate. Let's see if it is. Now, also performs an auto attack on the target. I love it. Damage decreased from 320 to 700 to 250 to 450. Is now refreshed whenever sniper kills an enemy. This includes kills by sniper and not just one from assassinate. That's pretty good. Spectre, base strength decreased from 23 to 21. Shadow Step now an ultimate ability. Horn damage 40 to 80%. Horn damage taken 200%. Cooldown 80 to 40 seconds, and no longer cast a Spectre dagger on its target. Reality now has a 3-second cooldown, and now cast Spectre dagger on the target. Interesting, very interesting. Right, let's continue. Where were we? Haunt, now granted by Aghanim Scepter. That's good enough. Spirit Breaker needs some nerfing. Child of Darkness, bonus speed decreased. 325 to 400 to 250 to 400. Okay. 70% Great Bash chance replaced with 25% Great Bash damage. 25% Great Bash damage replaced with 20% Great Bash chance at level 25. That's fine, that's better. Damage decreased. Man, why you gotta do him like that? It's already so bad and you just made him even worse now. I have no comment for this. That is just unfair from a guy Storm. 7. Stormhammer radius increased from 225 to 270. And the God Strength now also grants you 30 to 50% slow resistance for the duration. The radius increase is pretty nice, not bad. And also the slow resistance is pretty nice as well. You will be slowed for less amount of time. They just need a little bit of buff. Can now be reactive taser can now be detonated via detonator taser sub ability. Oh, I love the sub abilities. I really like the concept of sub abilities. I've been enjoying it quite a lot actually. Very cool sub abilities. Like abilities are already cool, and then there's sub abilities as well. Sub ability replaces reactive taser for the duration of the buff, but is unavailable for the 0.5 seconds to prevent accidental detonation. Cooldown starts upon cast. Cooldown rescale from 28 seconds to 16 seconds to 30 seconds to 15. Wow. Good stuff. Temper Assassin. The traps. Damage taken interval decreased, so you would deal more damage in short duration of time. And bonus damage also increased from 250 to 350 to 275 to 375. Okay. I have heard that they have made some important changes to Terrorblade as well. So let's see, what are the changes to Terrorblade? Metamorphosis. Casting Metamorphosis now end Demon Zeal prematurely. Okay, Demon Zeal ability rebirth no longer dispels Terrorblade. Bonus attack speed and movement speed increase from 65 to 100. No longer grants double bonus to melee units. Now creates a 1200 range aura around Terrorblade, which provides Demon Zeal buff to his illusions. Duration increased from 7 seconds to 30 seconds. And cooldown increased from 14 seconds to 60 seconds. Can no longer be cast while under the effect of Metamorphosis. Casting Metamorphosis of Terror Wave now ends Demon Zeal prematurely. Interesting. Let's see what they did to Tidehunter. The Tendrils of the Deep ability has been removed. Dead in the Water, new ability granted by Aghanim Shard. Tidehunter throws a chain that lashes on an enemy hero to a heavy anchor. So that was the image about the thumbnail of this video and the patch image for this patch. Attempting to move more than 350 units away from the anchor reduces the hero's movement speed to 100. Basically, you cannot move at all. Very slowed. While dragging the anchor behind, not 100%, sorry, but 100, but that's also very slow. While dragging the anchor behind them, the anchor can be destroyed with 5 hero attacks. Initial chain deals 200 magical damage and has 1000 travel speed and can be distorted. Ability removes invisibility and provides fog of war vision on the target. So it's like kind of a track, kind of a slow. It's just a lot of things in once. That's pretty much it. There's a lot of things in one. So that is pretty interesting. Talon Gush damage decreased from 120 to 100 and 40 Kraken Shell damage block replaced with +4 Kraken Shell damage block per anchor smash kill. Interesting. Timber Saw base 7 decreased by 3, level 15. Talent 7% amplification replaced with 3% brilliant death stat loss. Okay. Tinker. I would see nerf. I would want to see nerf. Strength gain decreased, mana cost increased, mana cost increase. Laser blind duration replaced with plus 50 laser radius. Heat seeking missile mini stun decreased from 0.25 to 0.2 second. Okay, not so bad. The mana cast is going to hit even though it's not too massive, but overall it's gonna add up, I guess, and to make it a little bit more meaningful change than it is right now. Grow also now provide 15 to 45% slow resistance. Treant Protector, Nature Skies, now consider nature grasps vines as trees. Yes. So tree search radius also increased from 150 to 200. So you can use your nature grasp, right? Your ability, and then you can hide by nature's guise. So it's pretty interesting how that works, right? Now Troll Warlord. The Rampage ability has been removed, which is which was pretty underwhelming in the first place, I would say. So Berserker's Rage, both Whirling Axe abilities are now accessible at the same time. Casting any of them automatically switches Troll Warlords to the form of the user ability. Interesting. Damage rescale from 90 to 80 to 140. Fervor, now upgradable by Aghanim Shard. Increases the max Fervor stack by 4 and grants Troll 20% to plus 3% chance per Fervor stack to fire an additional range attack to any unit within attack range plus 175. Interesting. Tusk, tag team, now passive grants Tusk 20 to 50 attack speed, slow aura within 350 radius. This and Shiva's Guard and Scotty would be insane. And the Lord Firestorm cooldown increased from 15 to 12 seconds to 16 to 13 seconds. Aghanim Shard now allows targeting allies. Very cool. Again, a kind of a sub ability, but not really a sub ability because it's just an additional thing than it being as it is, and then another thing on top of that. Level 20 talent Firestorm burn damage decreased 1% to 0.8%. Undying base damage decreased by 4. Decay cooldown increased from 10 to 4 seconds to 13 to 4 seconds. Soul Rep mana cost decreased from 120 to 110. Ursa agility gain increased from 2.6 to 2.8. Overpowered now also grants 10 to 25% slow resistance. Level 15 talent and raised city resistance increased from 10 to 20%. Talent Fury Stripes damage decreased from 12 to 10. Level 20 minus 2 second Earthshock cooldown replaced with 400 plus 400 Earthshock radius. Level 25 talent in raid provides half benefits to allies, and 700 replaced with Earthshock has 2 charges. It has, I think it was something like that before, back in the day as well, a while ago. Now it's back again, the old first ability. Vengeful Spirit base attack speed increased from 100 to 110. Wave of Terror now also reduces the enemy's total attack damage by 15 to 30%. That's pretty good. A good support change. It's gonna help a lot in lane. Talent Nether Swap enemy damage increased from 150 to 200, and Talent Wave of Terror armor reduction increased from 3 to 4. Venomancer Talent Poison Instinct health regen reduction decreased from 20 to 15%. Viper Strike duration increased from 5 seconds to 6 seconds. Initial attack slow increased 40 to 80 to 80 to 160. That is crazy. That's pretty good. Damage per second decreased from 80 to 160 to 70 to 150. Projectile speed increased from 1200 to 1500. Nosedive cast rate increased from 375 to 475. And the level 20 talent is minus 11 second Nether Toxin cooldown replaced with becoming universal. So all the stats items you bought, like Aghanims or Rod of Arrows, is no longer relevant, but like Vessel or something like that, or San and Kaya, or Scotty. You can aim for the late game because you'll become a universal. That is insane. Visage. 15 talent, plus 1 armor corruption to Visage and Familiar replaced with plus 2 second Grave Chill duration. Plus 20 Visage and Familiar movement speed replaced with plus 1 armor corruption to Visage and Familiars. Void Spray needs a little bit of nerf. He has been strong for way too long. Decently strong, not super strong, but decently strong, I would say. Okay. Let's see here. Aghanim Scepter, Aghanim Shard now makes non-hero units take 30% of abilities damage every second they spend on the Remnant's path instead of one instance of full damage. Phase duration decreased from 1.3 second to 1.1 second. And the Pulse Aghanim Scepter base Shard restore time decreased from 18 to 15 seconds. That's pretty good. Mana cost decreased. Base Shard restore time decreased. So these are all kind of buffs. For lock fatal bonds, until that die, while affected by, until the unit dies that is affected by fatal bonds, now spawn an imp that lasts for 15 seconds. Imp stat provided with each level of fatal bonds. The Aghanim Shard now also increases the level of imps by 1. Imps cannot be controlled and chased after nearby units, favoring heroes affected by fatal bonds. Upon reaching a target or dying, imps explode, dealing 30 to 180 damage to all enemies in 400 radius around them. Explosion deals 50% less damage to non-hero units. Imps don't spawn from denied enemies. Imp health is this, and damage is this. Movement speed is this. Explosion is delay is this. Imps seek any targets in 1200 radius and attack the nearest building if there are no valid targets. Imps don't explode while attacking a building. Ah, that is cool. Upheaval with Aghanim Shard now summon imps from the current level of fatal bonds, showing the same stats and charges. Chaotic Offering Golem now has 60% slow resistance. Mana cost rescale 250 to 500, 200 to 600. Cool, cool, very cool. We're almost in the end, guys. Very cool. Weaver. Aghanim Shard ability rework now procs attack 0.2 second after exiting the Sukuchi invisibility, and now also procs an additional attack if Weaver has level 25 talent plus 1 attack. Procs still search for marked enemies in 1200 radius around Weaver. Level 10 talent Sukuchi damage increased from 50 to 55. Wind Ranger needs nerf. Wind Run cooldown reduction decreased from 3 seconds to 2.5 seconds. Talent Shackle Shot duration increased from 0.65 to 0.75. Okay. Level 25 talent Focus Fire kills advanced cooldown decreased from 20 seconds to 80 seconds. Winter Wyvern Cold Embrace max HP per second increased from 1.7 to 4% to 2.25 to 4.5%. Winter Curse. Winter Wyvern can no longer deal physical damage to units affected by Winter's Curse. Affected unit now only take 30% more magical damage and pure damage from Winter Wyvern and units under her control. Cool. Cooldown decreased from 90 to 80 seconds to 85 to 75 seconds. Witch Doctor, strength gain. He needs a buff. Strength gain decreased from 2.3 to 2.1. Paralyzing cast bounce delay decreased. Is that a good thing or bad thing? I'm not quite sure actually. Because if you bounce too fast, the stun would be... You waste the amount of stun that could have been if there's a delay is longer. Overall, it's like 1 second difference, I would say. Death Ward now deals pure damage. It deals pure damage. And pierces debuff immunity. Damage decreased from 90 to 210 to 60 to 160. Aghanim Scepter attacks can now also bounce to creeps. Guru Switcheroo. Attack speed reduction increased from 30 to 40. Okay, but it's pure damage. That's nice. Wraith King. Okay, we're almost at the end. Last two, guys. Finally, we're done. My voice is so going. My throat is in pain, guys. My throat hurts. Vampire Spirit. Skeletons now deal 25% more damage to heroes. Nice. Skeleton's armor increased by 2. Vampiric Lifesteal increased from 8% to 10%. And Wraithfire Blast and duration increased from 0.5 to 0.75. That's fine. I think Zeus is buff. Damage decreased from 350 to 650 to 300 to 550. Now also deals damage equal to 5 to 10% of target's max HP. Of max HP, that's lovely. I love it. Very cool. Ability change from auto cast to auto toggle. Alright guys, finally we're done. Thank you so much for watching the stream, guys. I will play Dota, but I will take a little bit of break, guys. A little bit of break. My throat needs resting, okay? And then we're gonna find some games shortly, and we're gonna play. So I hope you enjoyed, guys. I hope you understood the patch. I hope you're gonna play some Dota because these changes were crazy. I love it. So we're gonna play, and I'll be back in like less than 5 minutes. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like and subscribe, by the way. I'll be back in 5 minutes. See you soon.